We're watching Sam Welby experience.
Hockey fans, what's up? Here we go. It's hockey night. We are live. We are rocking and rolling, and it is the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens preseason action. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We are going toe-to-toe, head-to-head. This should be fun. Anytime the Leafs and the Canadiens get together, it is nothing but good times. Whoops. So welcome in. Thanks for joining us. We're going to move this around and get everything sorted out. This should be a fun one. It is only preseason hockey. We are aware. It's preseason hockey. So everybody who says, Sam, it's preseason hockey, who cares? I care, you care, we care. Leafs and Montreal Canadiens, let's go. It doesn't get any better than an original 6 all-Canadian matchup. Let's do it. What's up, Sam Eagle? How's it going? Morgan, welcome in. Beverly, good to see you. Mark, back again. Welcome in. Hey, Jesse, Anthony, welcome. Welcome to the big show. This should be a whole lot of fun. Calvin, welcome in. This game tonight is on Sportsnet. So a little Sportsnet event. So if you want to watch along, well, we call the game, Sportsnet is where you want to be hanging out. But we're going to have some fun. Will the Leafs do it? Will Montreal be able to do it? Should be a good game. Let's go over the lineups because, of course, when they're in Toronto, Toronto's got some big guns in there. When they're in Montreal, Montreal has some big guns in there. Hey, Steven, how's it going? Joshua, welcome in. Yeah, we're live over there as well, Joshua. We just went live over there, so you should be able to find us, hopefully. Hopefully, but welcome in. Okay, let's go. First, for the Canadiens, Bolduc, Newhook in Kapanen. We got Blass, Valino in Beck, Farrell, Belzili in Thorpe, Daphine, Condado, and Kidney on defense. Jackeye and Carrier, Struble and Hudson, Delgazio and Engstrom. For the Maple Leafs, we got to talk about starting goaltenders. My bad. Kakkonen is going to get the start. Fowler is there as well, going to be backing it up. There you go, Joshua. There you go. We got you. Thank you for flipping over. Mark, my wife hates this time of year. It is the best time of year. What's up, Danny T? Welcome in. Here is your lineup for the Maple Leafs. Playing tonight, it's going to be Max Domi, Callie Yarncroc, Dakota Joshua, Matthew Nyes. We got Matthias Maselli, who's having a good little preseason. William Nylander, Michael Pezzetta, Jacob Quinlan, Nicky Robertson, Nicholas Roy, John Tavares, and Borja Vallis. On the D side, Matt Benning, Brendan Carlo, Oliver Ekman Larson, Jake McCabe, Morgan Riley, and Chris Tanev. Richard coming in hot with the 10-pound super chat. Welcome in. There's no such thing as a friendly between Toronto and Montreal. Richard, it is so true, but we can pretend. Preseason is friendly, but Richard, thank you so much for the super chat. Max coming in saying Montreal on top. We'll see. Optimus Rhyme not backing up. Alfredo, how's it going? Jay, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. If you are just popping in again, drop some hockey sticks in the chat. A little stick tap here for Richard dropping in the super chat. Thank you so much. The goaltenders for the Maple Leafs tonight, Anthony Stolarz is going to be backing up. He's going to be backing up. Artur Akimov is going to be in between the pipes to get things started up, of course, unless they change things around on us. So those are the projected players. Maybe they'll split it. Maybe we'll see more of Stolarz tonight. Of course, it's preseason, so anything can happen. Hey, hockey, what's up? Alan, good to see you. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Gordon. Now, if you were with us all afternoon, Blue Jays winning. It all comes down to tomorrow. The Blue Jays trying to hang on to that top spot over the New York Yankees. So more baseball to come, but right now it's hockey. Toronto Maple Leafs, Montreal Canadiens. I love this time of year. Who doesn't? Because it is the best. So as you are coming on, hey, Irene, Ken, what's up? Antonio, how's it going? Charlie, welcome in. as you are coming in, do that social media thing. Hit that thumbs up for us. Hit that like button. Tap that screen. Hit those likes. And if you're not already subbed up, make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that follow, because we're going to be here all season long. Of course, through the month of October as we get started, depending on what happens on baseball, we're going to be flipping back and forth, but we got you covered. We got you covered. We will be here live on screen, bringing you all the calls, all the plays, and all the fun. If you've never been with us before for hockey, you are in for a treat. Nobody does it the way we do it, and that is the only way to have it. One more game. Can the Jays pull it off? They certainly can. It's going to be a tough one tomorrow, but the Jays can certainly pull it off. Dallas, welcome in. Phil, welcome in. Raymond, hello there. Isabel, welcome in. Bonjour. Hey, you Triton. Hello, my good friend. Folks, there's only one way to start it, and I'm going to ask you the question. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I said, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Well, for the thousands of subscribers and the millions of hockey fans around the world, it's time for Maple Leaf Hockey, Montreal Canadian Hockey. The greatest original six rivalry in Canadian history starts now in preseason. Again, because they just played the other day. I'm trying to build it up, but it's preseason hockey. You can't get that hype for it. But this is what is going to be taking place in just a couple of weeks when they get going for real. On October 8th, these same two teams will be going toe-to-toe at the Scotia Bank Arena, just like they are here today. Hey, Joanna, welcome in. Hello, hockey fans from coast to coast. The shirt is kind of sad, it is, but you know what? Atlantic Division champions got to represent. Anytime you win a division, we got to represent, and you know what? I kind of like it being the Atlantic Division champions. I got my Edmonton Oiler one that says conference final champions, but hey, we stick with it. Atlantic Division champions, room to build, room to grow, and ways to look up. This team is going to be very different this year. All throughout the game, we're going to be talking about what some of those differences are. We're going to be talking about where they've been proved, where they might struggle. We're going to try and get it going. Tavern Sports Media Group, you got that hat, the best hat. I tell you, this is one of the most comfortable hats I've ever bought. This was a locker room hat from a couple years ago from Fanatics. Thank you, Fanatics. The Anthems are just getting going, getting underway, and then we are going to start this one for real. But yes, as the season is coming in, as things are starting to get going, oh boy, we are going to have a good time tonight. And you got to get your gear. You got to make sure that you are set up and ready to go, and you can certainly do that by getting all your Fanatics gear, and we got a link for you. We got a link for you, if I can find it here, because I didn't grab it in advance. So bear with me 1 second. Shame on me. I should have done this earlier. Oh, wrong button. I should have done this earlier to get it for you, but let me go in and get it. If you need your Fanatics gear, if you're thinking about getting it, hang on. If you're thinking about getting it, use our link because it certainly helps us out. We are a Fanatics affiliate. And by purchasing through our link, it does cost you the exact same if you were to purchase on your own, but it helps give the channel a little bit of a kickback. So it's a nice way to get what you need, but a way to help the channel as well. So I'm just logging in here. I'm going to grab you that link, and this game is minutes away from getting started. Thank you, Triton. That could be the, let me see which link that is. That could be the blue. Is that the Blue Jays or one of the Maple Leaf one? Oh, Triton's already ahead. But that is the US one. Let me grab the Canadian one because there is a US and a Canadian link, but thank you, Triton, for dropping that in. I appreciate it. So bear with me. Let me find the Canadian link as we are moments away from getting this game started. Can't believe I didn't do this in advance. That's what happens when you double stream. When you double stream, this happens. All right, here we go. And it looks like Anthony Stolarz is actually getting the start. Anthony Stolarz is going to be the starting goaltender today. Hey, that's sweet. We will take that. We will take that. All right, here we go. I'll drop it in the chat. Here's our Canadian Fanatics link. If you want to purchase some Maple Leaf gear, check out the link. Get her done. Let's get over to the game screen. Let's get this one going. We got to make a few tweaks. And here we go. Hockey fans, Toronto, Montreal, about to get it going. Now, we are working on our screens. We're going to make some changes. But this is what we got for today. Game on. Face-off puck is dropped. We're in the Toronto zone. Montreal trying to hold this one in. Toronto trying to move it out. There we go. Good enough for now. You guys get the idea. Let's go. Down into the Montreal zone. Hudson going to throw this one around the boards. Hudson going to try and carry this one across over the line. Here comes Montreal. A little flip pass. First shot on Stellaris. Big blocker save. Nice little work there. A little rushing shot. Bolden coming in big time. Hudson going to turn up the middle. Going to flip this down all the way. Carlo back to pick this one up for Toronto. Carlo behind the net. He's setting up. He's getting it going. Here comes the Maple Leafs, picking it up, long pass up the middle, swinging it over. Tavares in there, he can't pick it up. Montreal able to steal. They're going to start to work this long pass up the middle, a little flip pass and a big hit. As Carlos says, you can't park here, and he throws one down. Toronto picking up the loose puck, little flip up the middle, in over the line. Tavares just offside. Good pace, stepping up here. Toronto getting it going. Shan, how's it going? You know what? I don't even know at this point. Preseason is all over the map. It is so hard to tell. Is it going to be a high scoring? Is it going to be a low scoring game? So is it a good sneak preview what they're going to be doing? Yeah. Yep. Listen, Montreal's going to play hard. Montreal's going to come here really digging in. Toronto looking to shut them down. Of course, no Austin Matthews tonight, to note, Leaf fans. No Austin Matthews. Michael, I haven't seen it confirmed just yet, but that is what is expected. Gosman to start tomorrow for the Blue Jays. Montreal going to bring this up to the red line, slowly throwing this one down. Stellaris waited to stop it. Leaves it. Benning going to play this one around. Benning trying to get it out. Getting some help from Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Comes to Matty Nyes. Nyes ahead to Domi. They lose this puck. Montreal going to turn it around, playing it up, trying to get the pinch in with Ekman-Larsson. Montreal now going to try the other side of the ice. Going to bank it up the boards. Benning with a hit. Comes over to Domi. Domi in the back end. Going to put this over to Ekman-Larsson on the near side. He's going to reverse it. Leafs going to change up as Jake McCabe stepping in here. Hey, Bruce, what's going on? That's right. A rematch from Friday. Rez, what's going on? That's the way it works in the preseason. They played 2 against Ottawa, 2 against Montreal, and they'll have 2 against the Red Wings coming up this week. In the corner, trying to dig away. Montreal playing it up, looking to get it out. Toronto stepping up with the pinch. Doesn't work, and McCabe has to come back in his own zone. He's going to turn, send it up the near side of the ice, all the way down into the Montreal area. And Gazelle going to try and move this one out. Big neutral zone battle. Montreal coming away with it into the Leaf zone. Bottom of the faceoff dot on the near side. A little flip behind the net. Tanev stepping up on his man, forcing him to go around. Montreal keeping this in the Maple Leaf zone, working it down low, back over to the near side, right by the goal line, off the boards to the point, walking it towards the middle, throwing it towards the net. And that's deflected up and out of play. Real good pace, real good puck movement as they get started here early. Engstrom with an opportunity for Montreal, walking towards the middle of the ice, getting a shot off. A lot of traffic in front. 2 Leafs, 2 Canadians in front of Stellaris. And I believe this is Stellaris' first start here of the preseason. Came here from listening to the Ryder Cup. Oh, Richard, I forgot all about the Ryder Cup. I got to check in on that. Thank you, Triton. I appreciate that. Digging this one out of the corner. Back to the line. Montreal again. Going to pass this one over. Hudson setting up the play. Another shot right on. As Struble is getting in the action, and Stellar is going to hang on to it. Justin, what's going on? Go Canadians, go. Go Canadians, go. Hudson led Montreal 60 assists last season. Lane Hudson was spectacular, but a little controversy as he did not receive an invite for the U.S. Olympic team. Very interesting. Face off, far side, left side. Maple Leafs going to win that one. They're going to bring this one up. Long pass. Going to play it across. Riley cutting through. An errant pass misses. Montreal going to pick up this loose puck. Going to turn and burn. Going to bring this one up and all the way down the ice. Icing call. As the official is going to jump on that, and it's coming back down to the Montreal side of the ice. I mean, Lane Hudson was spectacular. Most assists by a rookie defenseman. He ties Larry Murphy, who also had 60. Chris Chelios just behind them at 55. So Lane Hudson doing phenomenal things in his rookie season. First Montreal rookie to win the Calder since the late Ken Dryden did in 1972. Here come these Habs up and over the line. Toronto going to stop them there. Can't turn and get it going. Montreal backing it up in their own end. Nylander coming in on the forecheck, watching, cycling around, deflects this pass. Nylander has to turn and go get it, but Montreal there very quickly. Going to turn and work this one up. Cross ice pass over the red line. Montreal into the Toronto zone. Going to bring this one down low. Puck coming around up back top. Struble going to keep this one in. Carrier there as well. Digging at it. Beck sending it deep. Stolarz out of the net, reverses it. And here comes Toronto. Tavares going to get this one out. Has the puck taken away. Hey, Kathleen, welcome in. This back over the line. Beck, little drop pass. That is missed. Tavares trying to get this one ahead. Trying to throw it up, and that one is knocked down. Knives going to take it away, and Matty Knives, he's going to circle around. Knives going in. Knives bringing it deep. Stopping a quick shot. Deflection in front. That's going to be knocked back over to the boards. Toronto with their first decent opportunity. I don't think the puck got all the way through to the net. 2 shots for Montreal so far. Nothing doing for the Maple Leafs in the early moments. Duty, how's it going? Welcome in. Setting this one up. Jack Guy going to hang on to this one. Now going to start to move this ahead over to Carrier. Long pass. Misses everybody. Tanev back to get it. And it's another icing call as we're about 4.5 minutes here in a period number 1. And it has been non-stop end-to-end action. Lots of rushes. Lots of rushes. And this is kind of what we like to see.
He's going to continue to play with Austin Matthews. I always wonder, is he going to have to carry the puck a little bit more than maybe he did last year? And I just think that...
All right, we were expecting to see big things from Matthew Knies this year. No, Steven, this is it for us tonight. 2 games is enough. Hey, Ben, what's going on? Go Leafs go. Tyrone, what's up? Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Jonesy, what's up, Jonesy? Hope you're doing well. Biggerfoot, how's it going? Oh, yes, Biggerfoot, busy day today. We spent today way out in the Caledon area for a hockey tournament. We raced back in time to bring you the Blue Jay game, and here we are closing off the evening with a little Maple Leaf action. Maple Leafs, Canadiens, so good. Off the draw. Montreal shooting this one. That's going wide, down in the corner. Habs going to keep this one in. Right now, Habs, they get the points. They're looking good in the slot with a shot. That one misses. Hopping back to the line, it's going to scooch out. They can't hold it in. Delgazo can't hold it in. This coming back around. Montreal going to try again. Toronto needs to get skating. They're a little slow out of the gun. Hope then, how's it going? Welcome in. Gaizo back to get it, getting some help. Engstrom going to work this one up over the line. Toronto working it all the way back to grab this one. Matt Benning there in the corner. He tries to get it out. He can't. Habs still keeping this in. Ekman Larson in there. He's working it. This down around at the side being squeezed off. Still trying to bring it out. Nick Roy on here. Long pass trying to get it ahead. And it's deflected up and out of play. RK, go refs go. Go refs go. That's amazing. That's awesome. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Roy last year, 15 goals with Vegas, tied his career high. Brought him in for some of his grit and his physical play. Of course, over in that Marner deal, it was nice to get something back. Neither team does anything. Same old, same old. This coming around off the draw. McCabe stepping up on his man in the neutral zone, playing it ahead. Toronto getting it into the line as Joshua brings it in just offside. Just offside. Anthony, go Leafs, go. MFS Gaming, how's it going? Welcome in. What you watching on? Watching on Sportsnet as they're going to commercial break. Commercial break. Ooh. You know what I just realized?
To keep dreaming.
Yeah, I didn't set up my my games. I didn't set up my commercial break screen. That's okay. We'll leave it here. We will leave it here. Oh, you're very welcome. Very welcome. Thanks for checking in. Little Potato, how's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, thank you, everybody. Welcome to the party. Go Habs, go. Liam, how's it going? Dan, what's up? I don't think he officially retired. Not that I heard, anyways. I don't believe it's official. But with him, you never know. Reeves is not the guy, you know, not the guy you expect to do monumental things. Wherever he goes, whatever he does, it's going to be meh. It's going to be meh. All righty, let's go here. Okay, cool. Sorry, just had to check a few things. Let's go. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, you know we like to have fun. We got you covered all the way through. We want to be here for you. We want to bring you our style of coverage. There's nobody better that does hockey the way we do it. So thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging around. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to hang out with us all season long and spread the word. This is the place to be. This is the place. It's time for a big snack to have while watching the game. Yes, indeed, Frank. I had a little cashews before. I got dinner coming a little later tonight. Had a little cashews myself to get this one going. All right, coming back from commercial break. Toronto needs to get a shot on net here. 6 minutes gone, no shot on net. Montreal in their own zone, sending it around the boards. Tanev going to hold this one in, sending it around deep. Behind, loses it here. Tavares can't control it. McCabe pinching up, trying to give it to Nylander. Comes to the side of the net. Tavares, shovel in front. Digging away. They can't get it in. Tavares going to bank it off the boards. McCabe with a shot. That one goes through just wide. Pinching it on the other side is Tanev. Over to Nylander. Nylander, a little flip pass, gives it away. Wow, we're starting that early. Here comes Montreal up over the line, driving in. A little backhand, has to wrap it around. Hudson coming in with a nifty little move there. Nylander back to pick it up. Willie going to turn and look. He's going to work this one through. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, 1 second. My family forgot what I wanted for dinner. All right, there we go. In the corner, these guys are digging it. Toronto trying to get it to the line. They do. They're going to bring this one out. Nick Robertson here with Domi. Can't get it over to him. Domi, he gets tripped up. Montreal going to pick up the puck. They're going to bring it back the other way. Oh, the liquor, that hurts. The Leafs equal the Cowboys. Ouch. Alexander, how's it going? Alexander, I hope you're feeling better. Welcome in. Digging this one in the corner, comes out inside of the net to Stolarz, uses that stick to pull it over and covers that one up. Good move there by Stolarz. But boy, Montreal is coming out there playing hard. One of the things we've seen in a lot of the preseason games so far is the visiting teams, the ones who usually have some of the younger players in, ends up having some big plays, ends up making some big moves. Lane Hudson, top speed on that rush, 32 kilometers an hour. 12:19 to go here in the first period. No shot still for Toronto. Face off in the Leafs end. Roy going to win this one back. Ekman Larson looking up ice. Going to flip it all the way up, knock down, trying to pick this one up. Big takedown there. You know, it's very weird. It's very awkward to see Dakota Joshua wearing the 81. Here is Joshua, overskates the puck. It's going to come out. Every time I see that 81, I so badly want to say Phil Kessel. This is going to be dumped in. I had peanut butter on your burgers today, Raymond. It's down in the corner, back to the point. Toronto sending it over. Ekman Larson looking cross ice, top of the faceoff dot, still cycling it around. Still cycling, digging, curling, doing everything but shooting. Michelli going to give this one away, and Montreal going to get it out of their own zone, hitting the red line. They're going to play this one in. Haunted, how's it going? I had a phenomenal summer. Thank you so much. I hope you had a really good summer. This is picked up. Here come the Maple Leafs. Up and over the line. Going to dump this one in. They're going to peel off to go for a change. Toronto finally has their first shot on net. Woohoo! Back through Montreal, long pass up the middle. This is going to be tipped down into the corner. Tanev back with it. Tanev, look out. His pass got blocked. Had to recover. Now he's going to play this one up the boards. Toronto back to the middle of the ice. Taking a look. Headman the puck. Here they come into the zone. Toronto 3-on-2. Centering attempt and a shot right on. A nice save. Good opportunity there for Vallis. Another shot deflected right on, and the Montreal keeper is going to hang on to it here. Quillen getting in there. Quillen has been sharp. Kakinen hanging on to it. A couple of shots as the Leafs finding ways of getting this puck through. Quinlan, 37 points in 67 games with the Marlies last year. He showed a lot of promise in the prospect couple of games as well. He's somebody we got to watch in the future, Jacob Quinlan, for sure. J-Rock, how's it going? To pay for rent living in Canada. We don't rent, J-Rock. I'm lucky enough that I'm not renting, but rent is a fortune, depending on what area and what city you want to be in. Here comes Riley. Going to pass this one over to Nylander. Nylander, nifty little dangle. He's going to bring this one in. Face-off dot on the near side. Back to the point. Riley shooting. That one is blocked in front. Montreal going to bring this the other way. Hey, Hillas, how's it going from Halifax? This one back in the corner. Bolduc going to pass this one over. Montreal behind the net. Sending it to the point. Over to Hudson. Hudson turning, going the other way. Shooting. They're right on, and Stollar's going to hang on to it. Hey, Tony, what's going on? Feeling nervous tomorrow for a huge Jays game? Yeah, it's a must-win for sure. A huge must-win tomorrow for the Blue Jays. Would love to see them get something going. Just about halfway through the first period. Good back and forth pace. Not a ton of scoring opportunities. Domi in to take this draw. Glad it's going well for you. Nope, Montreal going to get waved out. Daphine coming in. A little bit of a scramble. Toronto's going to come away with it. Little flip pass, this up and all the way down the ice. Domi going to race down here after it. Hudson has it, has to cover it. Domi drops the shoulder on Hudson. Now he turns and throws Hudson to the ice. And a penalty is coming up, and we got some pushing and shoving as Jack Guy goes at Domi. They're bear hugging behind the net. Everybody's going to pile in here. As Domi introduces himself to Lane Hudson and says, hey, remember me? And then here comes Jack Guy flying over at Domi, taking some exception. Did not like that. And so Domi's going to go. Hudson, he got thrown to the ice and thrown hard. But a good aggressive start here for Max Domi, and that is something that the Toronto Maple Leafs really are trying to do differently here this year. 2 minutes interference is the call. Elias, how's it going? It looks like Gosman is the expected starter tomorrow. They're going to go to a commercial break. Killick, how's it going? Bring Price back. Hey, Jerry, how's it going? Welcome in. You think we'll see a Pizzetta? Oh, wouldn't that be fun? It's possible. It is certainly possible. Those two, you know, there's a little aggressiveness there. Pizzetta, I don't think is going to be an everyday guy for Toronto, so he's going to want to come in and make an impression whenever he can. But that would be fun, especially if Domi's going to start getting involved and roughing stuff up, mixing it up. Maybe there's an opportunity where Pizzetta is going to want to come in and he's going to want to get involved. So right now they have the power play sign up over the Toronto symbol, but it looks like we're going to get 4-on-4, and it was Struble that came in. I apologize. It was Jaden Strudel That's coming in. Struble, he's going to get the call. So we're going to get a little 2 minutes roughing and 2 minutes interference. So we're going to get 4-on-4 hockey. Hope the New York Yankees lose against Baltimore. Yeah, Anthony, it's a big day tomorrow. A very big day tomorrow. If you're just coming in and joining us, welcome in. Thanks for being here tonight. Make sure you hit that subscribe as well. Frank Kitchener native from up near Lake Tahoe, Nevada in the Sierra Mountains. Oh, very nice. Frank, I've seen a lot of photos up there. Stone Cold Steve Austin has a ranch, or used to have a ranch up there in the Sierra Nevada mountains, and it looks like a gorgeous area. Pickleball, what's up? Enjoy watching Sam and the game. Check out, on deck, out on the deck. Beautiful night. Nice. Sounds fantastic. Sounds fantastic. So far, Lane Hudson, I think, has had the best opportunities of this game. He's been really moving, really motoring. Yeah, hopefully Gods has a good game tomorrow. So we got some 4-on-4 action, it looks like, here for 2 minutes. Some extra ice time. You can see up here a few shots from down low. Spread around as Toronto getting them down. Montreal shooting from a couple high areas. So here we go. Montreal's going to start with the first possession of this 4-on-4. Over to the corner, putting this one in. Bringing it through. Beck on there. Up top with a shot. Stolarz with a save. Loose puck. He's going to find it and cover it up as Beck was right there looking for that rebound. Cyclones, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the show. Yeah, Roger, absolutely. I do have NXT on over my shoulder. I'll have to keep checking it and seeing what's going on. But if you are watching NXT, keep me updated. Let me know what is indeed happening over there. Leafs will be okay this year. Just have to stay focused. Yeah, Elias, I think they will be okay. They're going to be a much bigger team. They're going to be a more physical team, and that's going to help them out along the way. Montreal going to win this draw, maintaining possession in the Leaf zone. Curling around, a little drop pass. Now cutting towards the middle is Hudson. He takes a cross check. Coming up, a little shot, side of the net, and Stolarz is going to cover this one up again very, very quickly. Real nice job. Excellent, excellent work. Stolarz last season had a 2.14 goals against. It was third in the NHL. Stolarz was absolutely incredible until he ran into some injury troubles. And that is what we're going to be looking for this year is, can he stay healthy? Yeah, Kathleen, you can always count on Domi to stir the pot. That is one guarantee. Toronto with the puck behind their own net. Here comes McCabe. Working it up to Michelli. Now over to Tanev. Going to drop it off. Has his pocket picked. Montreal getting it down the ice. McCabe racing back. He goes between the legs up the middle. Turning around is Tanev. His pass is errant, and he gives this one away. Montreal turning it over. Newhook. Good pickup. Long pass. Montreal into the Toronto zone. Dropping it. Looking. Shooting. Stolarz with a save. Big juicy rebound. They don't shoot right away. In the slot. Newhook scores! Montreal with some pretty little passing. And the Montreal Canadiens score first. Whoops. I pushed the wrong button. My bad. They score first. The Montreal Canadiens up 1-0. Hey, Invoked, how's it going? Finally got home from work. Glad you're streaming so I can relax. Nice face. Watch some hockey with my fellow Salmonites. I love it. Invoked, I hope you had a good day and work was good for you. Hope it wasn't too chaotic. 20 degrees and sunny out in New Zealand. Oh, man, Kathleen. I would love it so much, but the flight, that long flight would kill me. Montreal bringing it right back in 1-0. Montreal out with the early lead. Toronto behind their net. Riley, long pass, throwing this one up. Some sloppy defensive zone play and some pretty passing by Montreal is what led to that goal. So Newhook gets his first. This shot off the pipe. Carrier and Bolduc picking up the assist. Still 4-on-4. Montreal looking to strike again. Back to the point. Curling, shooting. That one's knocked down. Go, go, go. Nick Robertson at the end of his shift. He's just going to get to the red line and dump this one down. Major, what's going on? Welcome in. Michael, how's it going? Oh, yes. Dougie, Wendell, the best. Up over the line. Nice play here by Benning, going down to block that pass. Domi back on the ice. A 4-on-4 has expired, so we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Over at the side, this is going to be played up. Domi, a little backhand. Montreal bats it down out of the air. They're going to turn and bring this right back. Montreal has been relentless here today. They are staying on the attack and coming through. Toronto turning it back around behind the net. Setting it up, Benning. Turning, Ekman-Larsson can't get it. Over to Ekman-Larsson again, to Benning. They're going to scooch this one forward, and Toronto blows the pass. Yikes. Not good puck work here. Quinlan gave it away. Back over to Benning behind the net. Going to give this one up. Quinlan wanted it, doesn't get it. Turning and going to throw this one up and all the way down. Turning right back, Montreal into the Leaf zone. Habs a little pocket pick there. Quick stick by Vallis. Toronto throwing it up the middle. So dangerous. Taking it back away from Montreal. Now they give it away. Habs coming in. Face-off dot right on one-on-one with Stellaris shooting. And Stellaris gets bumped and he goes down. Big collision coming across. As Delphine taking a page out of the... Oh, we got pushing and shoving out of the Sam Bennett book. So everybody has a dance partner. And Ekman-Larsson is saying, yo, this is preseason. Don't you bump my goaltender. Struble trying to grab a handful of jersey. Everybody's got somebody here. You don't like to see Stellaris bumped so early. There is a Montreal penalty coming up. Driving right in, just brought this puck a little too deep. And a little bump to Fiend, had nowhere to go and just runs right into Stellaris. Again, that right hand catching him right on the side of the mask. So 2 minutes, goaltender interference is the call. 2 minutes, goaltender interference. So Toronto going to get the first power play of the game. So he's okay. You know, Stellaris, you got to be careful with that head. We all know what happened to Stellaris from the Sam Bennett shot. He's being tested here early. Marty St. Louis is going, what do you mean that was goaltender interference? He's not happy about it. Pigwidgeon, what's going on? Welcome in for Australia. Welcome in, everybody. Todd, welcome, welcome. We made it. 2 minutes on the clock. Toronto on the power play. Here we go. Hit that like button for us. Off the draw. It's coming back to the line. Riley with it. Riley bringing this over to Robertson. Robertson feeds it down low. Nylander with it. Up top to Riley. Riley cross to Nick Robertson. Robertson playing the other point. He's going to pass it down low. Little snapshot. That misses. Nylander can't get it. Riley racing over. He going to swing at this and keeping it in. Nyes behind the net, trying to get it over to Robertson. That's knocked down. Montreal sends it along the boards and all the way down the ice. 6 minutes. 6 minutes to go here in period number 1. 1-0 Montreal. Here comes Ekman-Larsson. Going to pass this one across. Again, no Austin Matthews tonight. Matthew Nyes coming up and he bowls over his man. Nylander gives it away, and this is going to be iced by Montreal. If my second team loses tonight, I'm going to cry. Tiger Cats lost 40-3. Wow, I saw when it was like 20-3 or something like that, Joshua. They got beat bad, 40-3. Ouch. Toronto behind the net, 50 seconds left on the power play. Michelli with it. Michelli, he's going to cycle around. Michelli back to the point. Ekman-Larsson, he's going to give this one over. Pass coming down low. Back up on the half boards. Domi in the slot. Here's a shot. Big stop there. Good shot. Michelli with a great shot. Breaking this one through. Joshua can't get it. It comes to the point. A little feed looking for a tip. That one is blocked. Toronto bringing it back around. Michelli going to pinch up. Trying to keep this one in. Toronto hanging on to it. Cycling around. Getting it down to the point. Domi with it. Face-off dot. Sends it down low. Tries to feed in front. Cannot do it. Michelli wants it. Doesn't get it. Now he does. Spinning it back up to the point. Ekman Larson looking. Passes it over. Power play is about to expire. Domi shoots. That one gets blocked. Where's the puck? It's deflected out of the zone, and Toronto has to back it up. Only one shot getting through on the power play. Bye. Good to see you again. Welcome in. Jays won today. That's right. Big Jays game. Big win. Toronto in their own zone. Going to work this one up through the neutral zone. Can't connect the pass. Back to pick this one up is Jacob Quinlan. McCabe going to move this one all the way down. Montreal stopping it behind the net. Now they're going to play it around the boards, pinching up Quinlan, doing a nice job. Habs going to take it away. They're going to work this one through. Weston, what's going on? Welcome in. The Jays were okay today. They got some runs. They pulled out the victory. It was a good game. A nervous game, but it was a good game, Weston. Leafs up over the red line. Going to send this one in. Montreal going to play it around behind the net as the Leafs go to change. Yeah, Joshua, it is. I don't mind Matthews sitting out. With 2 games left to go, he'll be in one, if not both of them. All the way down the ice, Tavares coming in on the forecheck. 3:20 to go here in the first period. Riley has to wait for Tavares to tag up. Now he dumps this one in. Over behind, wrapping it around the boards. Very quick period here. Montreal getting it on the fly. Here they come. Up over the line, 2-on-1. They blow the pass. Beck was coming in, went to sail it across for a pass. That did not connect. Matthew Nye is going to dump this one in. Nye's coming in hard for it. This is coming around, little bang and a check. Oh, Elias, you're very welcome. It is my pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. This down around behind the net. Stellar is going to set this one up. Toronto taking a look. Waiting, going to play it across. Long pass going to be deflected in. Joshua can't control. Montreal back in their own zone again. Robertson in on the forecheck. Domi misses the puck. Montreal bringing it out. Domi poking at it. Still can't get it. Now the Habs going to flip this one all the way down in the corner. Montreal, Vendana swinging it around. McCabe with a little bit of a reverse hit. Domi getting the puck. Domi looking. Pass across to Ekman Larson. He's going to back it up. Slow down the pace of play. Is Austin Matthews. Oh, Anthony, I'm sorry about your loss. Yeah, Austin Matthews is a good pick for sure. Leafs are on the power play. They pass the puck too much. They do pass a lot, Jerry. They do pass a tremendous amount. This puck going to come free. Toronto going to knock it down. Playing in the middle. Habs going to steal it again. On the move up over the line. Going to flip this one down in the corner. Tanev eludes a hit. McCabe is digging at it. And this coming free. McCabe with some slashing. And finally, the Leafs going to play this one up. 1:30 to go. 1:30 to go. Stick around at intermission. We're going to take a look at the Leafs' potential roster for this upcoming season and what we think the lines may end up looking like. Montreal cycling around, back to the point. Here's a shot, batted down out of the air, breakout pass. Here come the Leafs. 1:10 left to go. Little backhanded flip, and that is actually going to be deflected up and out of play. So really solid pace here, back and forth. Oh, Elias, thank you. I appreciate that very, very, very much. My problem is, though, I can't bring everybody with me, and that is something I would absolutely love, love, love to do. So thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. A good evening, a whole lot of fun with some good friends and some good hockey. So thank you kindly.
Because it doesn't matter what it's in.
All right. Leafs, come on. Not a great first period for Toronto. Not a great first period at all. But they're hanging in. They're doing exactly what they need to do. And they'll keep doing. They'll keep playing. And that is A-okay. If you are just coming in, though, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button for us. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe. We're up to 3150 on our way to 3200, which is absolutely incredible. We're going to be here all season long, having you covered for NHL hockey, specifically with the Toronto Maple Leafs. So come in, come early, come often. We're going to have a whole lot of fun, and we're going to have it with you. We're not going to hide behind the screen and rebroadcast somebody else's content. We're going to do it ourselves, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun. So thank you for being with us, and let's go Leafs go. Let's make it a really, really good season. Morgan dropping it in, bringing Carlton the Bear up. Hello, Carlton. It's so good to see you, my friend. It has been a long time. Remembers Austin Matthews when he got 40 goals in his rookie season. He won the Calder. Yeah, Anthony, it was such a special season. Such a special season. Those types of players do not come along all the time. Right now, so far, Michelli, who they brought over, who's expected to potentially play some time with Austin Matthews, he's looking real good. He's looking real good. And that's what we need. We need to find someone who's going to play solid with Matthew Nyes and with Austin Matthews. Hey, Len, what's going on? Welcome in. 3 assists in 20 games with the Leafs last season was Carlo. When Brendan Carlo did come over, I was excited at first, but I thought he was a little bit of a disappointment. So I'd love to see Brendan Carlo do a little bit more. Off the draw, going to play this one around. Last minute of play in this period. 57.8. Toronto 5 shots on goal. Montreal 8. Not exactly big booming numbers. Hey, Steven, what's going on? Go Habs. Wants those Habs to get the job done. Montreal's going to be a much improved team this year. Off the draw, coming around. Montreal dumping it in, and that is going to be tipped in at a play. So as quick as it starts, we're going to get a whistle. Wade, welcome in. Matthews had his career year all downhill from here. Wade, you don't think he's going to get back to that level? You don't think he's going to have another potential 60-plus goal season? I think he will. Health is going to play a big part of it. If he can stay healthy, he will be crazy. Martin, regular season starts in like a week and a half. October 8th is the Toronto home opener. And we're going to have some decisions to make when it comes to that home opener. We'll talk about that a little bit closer too. Riley slashing at it, trying to get this one further down the ice. Montreal right back into the Leaf zone. Montreal has been so solid here today. And that has been the case. The road teams have been playing much better hockey as they have a lot of younger kids who are trying to make impressions. Nylander in on the forecheck, one hand on the stick, trying to get it. He can't. Tavares, he's racing in. Some big slashes here. Referees are telling him to keep it down. This back around, Tanev in his own zone, getting it. Thorpe going to bump him, getting some help. What do you think of the Atlantic Division? What do I think they're going to look like? Ooh, you know, Dane, it's so hard to predict it now. Hey, B Disney, because so much is going to change. We already saw what is happening to the Florida Panthers, right? Matt Tkachuk out for, till January. Barkov is out until, for the year. Barkov is done for the year, essentially. So it is constantly changing. And the horn is going to go, first period comes to an end. So let's go over to the intermission screen and a little bit of a bang and crash type of game to get this party started. Maple Leafs falling behind. The goal scorer, Alex Newhook, he gets the first one from Carrier and Bolduc. Couple of penalties as Struble and Domi getting involved in a little pushing and shoving matchup. Struble going for roughing, Domi for interference, and Daphine for goaltender interference. Your stats: 5 shots for Toronto, 8 for Montreal. Face-offs end up being 50-50. No power play opportunity for Montreal. Toronto goes 0 for 1. And that is not good. Weston, how's it going? You're getting lag, Weston? Hit that refresh button. Is anybody else getting lag? I hope not. 10 hits for Toronto, 11 for Montreal. Montreal 3 block shots, 1 for Toronto. 3 giveaways for Toronto, 2 for Montreal. Now, Montreal and Toronto will play each other 4 times this upcoming season. October 8th. CMF, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. October 8th, November 22nd, December 6th, and then way down March 10th. So those are the times. That is what we are seeing as the 4 times these guys will play each other. Let's take a little look-see. Let's take a little look at what the Toronto Maple Leafs potential lineup could be. Big day today and a big day tomorrow. Yeah, pickleball, Pat, tomorrow's going to be huge. By the time we go to sleep tomorrow, we're going to know who's in the wild card and who is going to the division. Maple Leafs or not? You're saying lag. All right, let me take a look because it looks okay on my side, Weston. Hey, Yannick, how's it going? Bonjour. Welcome in. Welcome to the party. So let's see here. No, I don't see any lag, Major or Weston. You might have to hit refresh. You might have to hit refresh. All right, let's see here. Yeah, everything looks good. Everything looks a-okay. All right, let's take a look. Let's talk a little bit about this. Let's see. Jesse, no, I didn't see your last comment, Jesse. What is your last comment? Okay, let's go. And we're going to go over what we're seeing. So, of course, we know we're going to have Austin Matthews. We know he's going to be with Matthew Knies. The question is, who is going to be on the wing with them? Will it be Michelli or will it be Domi? Now, they've been starting to practice with what looks like to be the full NHL lineups. So, okay. Hang on. Weston, refresh. So Weston is clearly having some technical difficulties.
Download the Bet99 app now. Carolyn Cameron, Justin Bourne, Nick Kiprios.
So Austin Matthews, Matthew Knies, we know they're going to be together. The question is it Michelli or is it Domi? So as I was saying, it looks like they've been practicing with Domi potentially taking that top spot. Like Michelli, he needs to be on the first line. Domi can help elsewhere. Corey, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I agree with you. I think that's probably the way to go. But they're practicing with Domi on that top line right now. And I kind of like this move because with Domi coming in, there's an opportunity for some physical play. There's a chance for Domi to kind of protect Matthews and Matthew Knies. Now, Matthew Knies is a big guy. He likes to go in the corner. He likes to bang and crash. What happened last year is he'd go in the corner, he'd muck it up, and then someone would turn and sucker him. He would go down, and nobody was there to jump in and defend him. So I think that is the way things might get there to start. So that's what we expect the first line to be. Second line, similar question. We know it's going to be John Tavares, right? We know it's going to be William Nylander. The question is who's going to be on the wing there. And what it looks like they're practicing as is that it's going to be Bobby McMann. Bobby McMann is going to look to get that second spot. So that is what we're thinking, kind of the top two lines. When it comes to the third line, this is where things get a little interesting, right? We're thinking a third line that could be a Dakota Joshua, a Nicholas Roy, and then the question is a flip between Michelli and Domi. And right now, Michelli is on that third line with the two newcomers. So that would be very interesting. And Michelli and Domi then become interchangeable first line, third line. The fourth line, we know that Steven Lorentz is going to be in there, and we know that Scotty Lawton is going to be there. But the question is, who is on that other side? Because you have David Kempf, you have Nick Robertson, you have Kelly Yarncroc, you have Michael Pezzetta. Something has got to give. Avery, we are watching on Sportsnet today. We're watching over on Sportsnet. So something has to give there. You know, Michael Pezzetta is not going to be an everyday guy. He's not going to be an everyday guy.
He likes his pairs.
So that is something the Leafs will have to take into consideration, right? He's not going to be that everyday guy. Okay, he's going to get a little bit of a break. So then who comes in? Is it going to be Nick Robertson? Is Robertson going to be on the move? Is he going to be traded? What is it going to be? That is what we don't know. And then, of course, we haven't talked anything about Easton Cowan. What happens with Easton Cowan? You don't want Easton Cowan to come and have him sit here on the fourth line. Does all of a sudden the wingers on each line become, let's assume that Yarncroc and David Kempf get traded, they get moved. Let's assume that Nick Robertson is sitting here on the bench. Ron, how's it going? No Marner, Toronto lost big time. I don't think so, and I'm going to get to that in a second, Ron. Don't go anywhere. So Cowan comes in. There's going to be an opportunity now. If Domi isn't working on that first line and Maselli isn't working, maybe you move Cowan around. Maybe you have the right wing side is fluid. You have Michelli, Domi, and Cowan that move around from 1, 2, and 4, 1, 3, and 4. So there's going to be some interesting roster juggling this season with that wing position. We have too many guys right now. We're going to have to move somebody. Now, let me get to that point. Let me get to Ron's point. Ron says, hey, no Marner, Toronto lost out big time. So let me explain. All right, Weston, you got to stop with all the emojis, buddy. We're all good here. you gotta ease back a little bit. All right, so this is why I think losing Marner is okay. Mitch Marner, while he's a 100-point guy, and it is very hard to replace a 100-point guy. Hands down, we understand that, right? You understand you don't replace a 100-point guy. So what do? You save that money because the money he was making was crazy. You go out, you get some bigger guys, some tougher guys, some physical guys. When you're a weak team, welcome back, Anthony. When you're a weak team, you need the physical presence to make a difference. Sherry, how's it going? Joshua and Roy don't look the greatest, quite sloppy. And they are. Listen, they're not, hey, Arnold, they're not all-stars, right? They're not superstars. They're going to struggle in that sense. They are going to have serious, not issues, but it's going to take a while, right? Going to take them a while. So they're not going to be your big-time superstars that get through. So I am not worried. I'm not worried one bit about those guys. But they're going to be your grit. They're going to be your toughness. And that is what they're going to need to take. Sherry, I'm doing very, very well. Thank you so much. Do you know what period Fleury will play? Emil, I don't actually. I am not. I thought he would have started and it would have been done with, but I actually don't know. Should be a better game between these two. Yeah, but again, it's not, you're not playing two full NHL rosters, right? You don't have two full NHL teams here. So they'll get in. It's just preseason. And they'll pick it up. I'm not worried about that one bit. So listen, it's going to be a tough game, but it's going to be a fun game, and it will be whatever it will be. And this is what we love about hockey. Hockey is back. It's finally back. We've been waiting for it a long time. The rosters still aren't set. Toronto has some serious decisions to make, as does Montreal. And we'll take a little deeper look at Montreal up at the next intermission. But I'm excited. I'm very excited. Maple Leafs traded a few players, not a lot. That's right, Anthony. They just moved a couple. And, you know, Marner, I'll finish my thought on Marner. Marner was a soft player. We got a couple harder playing players. Thank you, Joe, for the follow. Got a couple harder players in, some grit in, and that is really, really good to see. Marner, while he got 100 points in the regular season, playoffs, we know he was a bit of a disaster. But Marner is the same thing that happened with Larry Murphy, with Todd Gill, with a lot of these players. Toronto, the fans like to center on somebody. And it's not going to be any different this year. We don't know who the victim is going to be, but somebody is going to be the fault person who the fans are going to look at. And they're going to say, this person can't be in Toronto. They can't cut it. And so somebody's going to be singled out and run out of town. It just happened to be Mitch Marner didn't have thick enough skin to deal with it. Sonny, how's it going? Why is Wall out? So Sonny, Joseph Wall is on a leave of absence right now. So he's on a personal leave. We don't know too much information about Joseph Wall. We don't know what exactly the leave is, but it is believed he's going to be out for some significant time. So personal reasons. So speculation is there's a sick family member, there's somebody, there's something going on, and he's had to step away. So they did sign James Reimer. They are bringing James Reimer back. And a lot of folks said, why are they bringing James Reimer back when you have Hildeby? You know, when you have a couple of big goalies in the AHL, why are you doing this? Well, they don't want Hildeby sitting on the bench. They want Hildeby getting in the action. They want him playing. So you bring in Reimer. Reimer is probably going to be your backup while Stolarz starts the season until Joseph Woll comes back. Obviously, there will be other decisions that have to be made if things turn out in a bad way and Woll is going to be out for a longer period of time. Is James Reimer really the guy who's going to win you a bunch of games? No. We know Stolarz is also somewhat injury prone, so we have to be very careful in regards to that as well. All right, Grubauer, no, don't want Grubauer. But how about Stolarz? Stolarz has been doing okay so far. Mr. Game 7, that's right. Stolarz has been okay so far. You know, he's getting in here. He's moving well. He's looking good. Took that one bump to the noggin. Didn't like to see that. Don't like to certainly see a player getting run over in the preseason. That's certainly not how we want to do things. But it is Stolarz. Stolarz got the start. We're going to see if they'll switch halfway through the game or if Stolarz is going to take it all the way. Brian, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. As you are coming in, make sure you hit that thumbs up. We're almost at 100 likes. So if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, give that a click for us. If you're not already subbed up or following along, hit that subscribe, hit that follow. Make sure your notifications are on because we have lots of hockey coming up this season. We're going to be juggling hockey and baseball over the next couple of weeks as we're waiting to see what the Blue Jays are going to do and how the Blue Jays are going to do. Hey, maybe they lose tomorrow and they go to the wild card and it doesn't go our way. Well, then hockey takes over. If they go to the wild card or they go to the division and they keep winning, we're going to keep following along. But we will keep you up to date all the way on how the Leafs are doing. So it's going to be a fun kind of month here, a fun October here on the channel for us. So let's take a quick look at the NHL scoreboard. The Ducks and the Kings tied at 2. How are they tied at 2s if it's 6 seconds into this hockey game? All right, that's better. The score was wrong. Whoops, the score ticker is incorrect there. I'm like, there's no way there's 4 goals in 6 seconds. The Blue Jackets 1-0 over the Penguins. Goal scored by Luca Del Bel Buez. That is one heck of a name. Let me actually check the box score here for Pittsburgh. All right, Marc-Andre Fleury did not play in the first. So let's go back over here. Avalanche and Stars, they are tied at 0s. The Lightning 1-0 over the Predators. Your goal scorer there is Darren Radish. Chicago, St. Louis, the Blues with a 1-0 lead over the Blackhawks. Your goal scorer there is Dalibor Dvorsky. As we keep on going, the Sabres beat up on the Red Wings 5-2 earlier today. Rasmus Dahlin, Radim Marktra made it 2-0 Buffalo. Patrick Kane then scored. Tage Thompson in the second. Marco Kasper then scored for Detroit. Then Tage Thompson again and Joshua Norris as the Sabres pick up a big win. I think the Sabres are going to be a much better team this year. And last but not least, the Boston Bruins beat the Philadelphia Flyers. Travis Sanheim opened up the scoring for Philadelphia. John Beecher then scored. Dalton Bancroft for Boston made it 2-1. The Flyers picking up a bunch. Nikita Gabrinkin. Oh, Gabrinkin. I love Gabrinkin. He scored. Trevor Zegras scored. Dalton Bancroft scored again. And then finally, Jeffrey Veal in Boston taking it down. Joey, how's it going? Welcome in. Joey Leafs in the house. I really like Ross so far. He's going to be that shutdown third line center. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Greek, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I really hope he is going to be that shutdown third line center we need. It's an important role, a very important role. Sheldon, how's it going? I really like Cowan's performance this preseason. Looks great on the second power play. So let me give my thoughts on Cowan. Easton Cowan has a ton of potential. Yes, he has been playing good on the power play. In fairness, he hasn't been getting big time minutes. I did not like his performance in the game he played in kind of the little rookie showcase, the prospect tournament against the Ottawa Senators. I thought he's been okay here today. I don't know if he can do enough. Oh, what do we get? I heard it. Pickleball Pat coming in, becoming a member. Pickleball, thank you so much. Joining the membership squad. Welcome in. You now have access to all the custom emojis that you can drop in the chat. Thanks for supporting us with membership. Do me a favor, drop some hockey sticks in the chat in honor of Pickleball Pat coming in and joining a membership. Let's see here. Major says, I'm so lucky to find you. Oh, Major, thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging out with us. It has been wild. 1 year ago, Western North Carolina Hurricane Helene was in the way. I will always, thank you, Major. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing all right. I hope everybody is okay. There it is. Weston, Sheldon, Dan coming in with some hockey sticks. That's what we do here. That's our way of showing some thanks, showing some respect. When somebody picks up a membership, somebody makes a donation, little stick taps all the way around. Anthony, William Nylander's father, Michael Nylander, played for the St. Louis. Yes, and I believe he also played for the New York Rangers. Nathan, how's it going? Yes, this is the live game. We are watching it live. We are calling it live. Right now it is intermission, although the intermission is done. I see the clock is reset. Let's get over to the game screen and get things ready to go. Thank you for hitting those subscribes for us. Stellars is playing tonight. Hey, JDA. No, I just had some cashews. I'll have some dinner afterwards. The fam jam's supposed to be bringing home some dinner, so I'll eat a little bit later. Give him a big minutes in the AHL. Exactly, Joey. AHL minutes are so important, and I think a lot of people don't understand how important they are. Here we go, period number 2 at center ice. Let's drop the puck. Let's get this game going. Hey, Dan, what's going on? Welcome in. Anthony right now looks to be that way. That's okay, Weston. Glad you're able to get back in here. And right off the draw, this is going to go up into the netting as Struble sends it in. And that's going to be a whistle. That's always happens. Every time we start a game, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, we get a whistle right away. Superman Max, welcome in. Montreal's on top right now. 1-0. Off the redraw, back into the Montreal zone. The Gatorade still cold. I need a little mini fridge for under my desk. Turn this around. The Habs going to play it up. Toronto trying to break it up. Big battle here. Roy going to kick this one ahead to Joshua. I swear, at this 81. At some point this season, you're going to hear me say Kessel, Kessel, Kessel. It's all because every time I see 81, that's all I think of. Dakota Joshua wearing number 81. Here's a pass across. Toronto going to bring it out of their own zone up to the red line. Going to flip this one over a little off the skate of Roy. Down into the corner. He's a big man. He's trying to cut through. Over to Yarncroc. Yarny back to the point. Here's a long shot deflected just wide. Montreal able to jump on this puck first. Going to play it ahead. Too far for Newhook. Riley back to pick it up. He's going to look up ice. Yarncroc putting it over. Here comes Brendan Carlo. Going to dump this one down. Now the lead forecheck has to get in here. And that's something we want to see improve this year. We know big teams. Here's Nylander. Hang on. Centering it across. Tavares chipped that one just wide. Teams that win have an incredible forecheck. The Florida Panthers were so dominant on the forecheck. That is what you need to get things going. This being chipped around. Referee, get out of the way of the camera. Back to the point. Habs holding it in right on Stellars. Big juicy rebound. The referee is going to blow this one down right away. Joshua tonight, 5:47 minutes of ice time. He's got a big body, and he can really step into folks. He'll tussle to Joshua, not afraid to throw him. He'll chuck knucks if it comes to that. Who do you think Tampa is? Do I think Tampa is better than us right now? In terms of Lightning versus Maple Leafs, You know, Tampa has a lot of stars. They do. I do think Toronto, when push comes to shove, is a better team. Carrier picking this one up, fighting back, taking it away from Nyes. Big collision into the end boards. Robertson got taken down hard. Long pass, turning the corner. Tavares coming out. He's going to play it up, giving it away. Shot goes just wide. Habs that close to going up 2-0. Oh, Sherry, are you close to Algonquin Park? I love Algonquin Park. What a beautiful area. Spend some time, Summers, Baysville, Huntsville, all working that way and up north. Robertson, nice little dangle. Robertson waiting to get some help. Nobody's skating for him. Tries to cycle it down. Tanev, no, we thought he kept it in, but Jang dangles it out and over the line. Need a goalie? Yeah, Scott, need a goalie for sure. Goalies are huge. I'm very comfortable with Stellaris at the helm. Very comfortable. I'm just worried about potentially some injury issues with him. Now, rumor has it, he's very close to signing a 4 or 5 year deal for under $5 million. If that is true, and we can get him signed for 4 or 5 years at under $5 million, that is a steal. Talk about Huntsville. I'm there at my cottage by the Deerhurst. Oh, Josh, I love. First of all, Deerhurst Resort is absolutely stunning. Toronto picking this one back up. Huntsville, love it. We always have a yearly visit up there. Tradition, eat at Boston Pizza on the water. But I have to ask you, if you're up in the Huntsville area, have you eaten at that Italian place, the little restaurant by the lights? How is it? I've been dying to try it, but I haven't tried it yet. Chris, what's going on? Hey, welcome in. Leafs must peak at Algonquin now. It's a beautiful, listen, when you start getting up there to cottage country, it is absolutely gorgeous. Montreal bringing this one in, a little flip pass down into the corner. Riley going to get it. Carlo picks up the puck from him. Carlo taking a look. Hey, Zoran, welcome in. Boston Pizza and Tradition should never be in the same. Zoran, it ended up being a thing when we were down there for just a moment. Boston Pizza was like the place we just ended up at, and it kind of just became a thing. This bringing it across. Yes, the place called Little Place by the Lights. It's honestly one of my favorite places. I knew it. I wanted to eat there so bad for the last 3 seasons. And last year we said, you know what, we're going to do it. But we had a really, really, really long drive as Toronto goes offside. And I said to myself, do we really want to have a big, heavy lunch and then go for that long drive? And darn it, I knew we should have. All right, Joshua, next time I'm there, we're doing it. You've confirmed it. It's good. If it's one of your favorites, I'm sure I'll love it. Hudson, 9 minutes and 20 seconds of ice time tonight. Putting up a lot of ice time. Remember Doug Gilmour played Toronto Maple Leafs, Sundin. Gilmour played for the Blues. That's true, he did. Calgary, here comes Yarncroc in, slips to a knee. Back up, Montreal going to bring it around, getting it out. Habs at the red line. It's best to have dinner. Another great place is Tall Tree. Oh, I don't know Tall Trees. I'll have to look at that one. Maybe we'll have to go for a night. Here comes Tavares, turning the corner. Tavares, little flip pass. Turning it around. Yeah, last year we stayed in Gravenhurst for a weekend. This shot, we stayed at Taboo. Beautiful time over at Taboo. Had a nice time. And then we made our way over into Huntsville and cycled around. Hit up Halliburton and all the places around. It was great. Poke, what's going on? You're here for the Leafs. Welcome in. You've come to the right place. Preseason hockey, Leafs, Montreal. Getting it going right now. Montreal has this 1-0 lead. Good start for them. That is for sure. Alex Newhook is your early goal scorer. Scoring by Maple Leaf defense was one of their issues last season. Only 21 goals all season. Hopefully they can turn this one around. Keaton, how's it going? Welcome in. Let's go Leafs. Love the Gravenhurst Candy Shop. Nice, Sherry. My son's name is Matt S. because of Matt Sundin. He was called Matt's all through grade school. Oh, Chris, that is very cool. Very cool. Hey, Karen, hello to you and Ken again. Keaton hitting that follow. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Little preseason hockey here. Domi had only 8 goals last season. That was his career low. We're looking for Domi to pick it up. I honestly expected Domi to be more in the 15 to 20 range. So we need him to get going. Cottage is one of those 5. Oh, if you ever went golfing by Deerhurst Resort, you'll see a strip of 5 houses on the 3rd hole. Oh, very nice. I haven't golfed there in years, but I have golfed at Deerhurst. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous course. Here comes Montreal off the draw in their own zone. A couple quick passes to break it out. Going to throw this one all the way down. Kicked into the Leaf zone. Back to pick this one up is Carlo. He's going to reverse it over to Riley. Riley is also somebody we want to see pick up. This is going to be chipped out. Here comes Tavares. Tavares up over the line. Tavares cycling. Tavares dropping it off. Nylander dancing through. He has it taken away by Lane Hudson, and Hudson going to play this one up. Toronto trying to swipe it out of the air. They can't. The Habs continue to press. Centering pass. That one is broken up here by... Who is that? I can't see the number. It's like, turn around so I can see your back. Kelly Yarncroc breaking up that pass. You love seeing... Yep. Oh, here comes Toronto walking out of the corner. Domi with a nice move. And that stopped. Nine's going cross-ass. Ekman-Larsson throws it in. Off the boards, trying to stuff it in. They can't. Domi behind the net. Leafs working it. Getting it back to the point. Benning is wanting it. He gets it. Benning looking. Snapshot. That one's tipped and goes wide. In the corner, here's Robertson. Robertson shoveling it to Domi. Domi sending it through the slot. Up top, another centering pass. Somebody shoot it. Over to Robertson to the point. Here's a blast by Benning. Big rebound. It's picked up by Newhook. Newhook is going to slow it down. Now he's going to get this one out. Benning over 94 miles an hour. Turn around, Ekman-Larsson. Montreal keeping this one going. Forced into the boards. Kapanen tied up here along the boards. Bolduc coming in as well. Benning tying up Kapanen. Digging this one. Trying to fish this one out. Trying to get it going. Still stalled. Now it comes to Robertson. Robertson flips this one up. Going to bounce it. Just misses the net. And that's going to be an icing call. 12:55 to go here in period number 2. Toronto, 3 shots in this period. None for Montreal. But Domi walking out of the corner. A nifty little move. And just a little stick-on-stick contact was enough to break up that scoring attempt as he walked right out. Very nice move there by Domi. The Matthews stink face. Gotta love the Matthews stink face. 12:55 to go in the second. Ekman-Larsson, 25 assists last season. The most he's had since the 18-19 season. Hey, fans of the Green Bay Packers, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see ya. Icing called again, so they're going to back it up. Back it up, set it up, drop the puck, and do it all over again. Again, thank you for being here with us today. Preseason hockey is always fun. A lot of people don't get it. A lot of people don't care for it, but we certainly do, and we certainly enjoy every moment of it. Here we go. Puck is dropped. Habs going to win this one. They're going to throw it towards the net. Stolar stops it. Little slide out of the net. Toronto going to go off the boards. Nyes looking for it. Can't get it. Habs keep this one in. Habs keep cycling. 1-0 Montreal. Going to kick this one in. Here it comes loose. Toronto on the move. Robertson over the line. Robertson looking, shooting. That one is blocked. Gets his own rebound. Robertson cycling again. Shooting again. And that one is going to go high and wide. Tanev can't hold it in. This going to come out. Nice shift here by Robertson. Vi, let's go Leafs. Let's do this. Preseason gives me a chance to learn a few names. There you go, Kathleen. Exactly. Thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate that. Little pushing and shoving. And Jack-Eye giving a couple jabs here in front. And we got Joshua and Jack-Eye. A little jabs and face washes back and forth as Jack-Eye continue to go. Jack-Eye, Wi-Fi, a little bit of a thug. And Toronto isn't going to stand for that this year. You ever stop by Weber's? Of course. Love Weber's. So I will tell you, they're going to go to commercial break, by the way. So I will tell you, I will give you my honest opinion. We did at Weber's last year. So when we were on our way up to Taboo, we did stop at Weber's, and I was a little disappointed. First of all, their hot dogs, foot-long hot dogs, just okay. I thought they were a little thin. The burgers were not what I remembered them to be. The burgers seemed to be smaller, and the buns were bigger, so it was like you had so much bun and just a little bit of burger. It was still decent. It was still okay, but for the cost, I didn't think it was enough value of the size of the food. But it was good, and stopping at Weber's is always an experience. You get to sit on the trains, and it's very, very cool. Hayden, what's going on? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Peter, what's shaking? Welcome in. Too early for hockey for me, unless Eddie Shack was playing. Welcome in, Peter. Good to see you. Yeah, Elias, it was a great shot. It was a great shot by Robertson. And you know, the funny thing, Josh, you're talking about Weber's, and we're talking about some of these spots up north. You never know. Well, obviously not now, but over the course of the summer, if you're ever up in Northern Ontario, cottage country, you never know which NHL player you may run into. A lot of them are up in the Muskokas, you know, Halliburton, Gravenhurst, all over the place. Lake Simcoe, Joe Lake, you never know who you're going to run into. Weber's has some, yeah, they do. Their burger's a little bit small, but it was still tasty. It was still fun. You know, we enjoyed it. We did also, we did a little pit stop at Casino Rama. That was good. We threw our money away, as one usually does. We had a very lovely dinner that they completely screwed up at what the steakhouse there, St. Augustine's or whatever it's called. They completely screwed up one of our my wife's steak 3 times. So we won't be going there again. Love going to Honey Harbor. No one else wants to play rock, paper, scissors. Oh, Kathleen. Oh, Kathleen. You know what? That's my bad. I didn't even think of it, Kathleen. We'll get a game going. Let's get a game going here shortly. Next commercial break. Montreal's going to go to the power play after that little exchange. So Habs to the power play. Joshua goes for roughing. So this is what bothers me. Joshua goes for roughing. Arbor Jacki, who was throwing some little jabs, gets nothing. So Habs on the power play. Let's see what they can do. Back in the year 2000, my uncle worked for a carpet company. They worked on Matt Sundin's house. Oh, that is cool. Very cool. Working this one through Toronto, setting it up. Now they're going to ice it all the way down. Montreal has to regroup. Al Capone had a hideout cabin. Wow, Sherry. That is cool. Yes, Muro, we do baseball. We've been doing baseball really almost every day for the last month or so. This down around behind. Again, McCabe in the corner. Going to flip this one up and all the way down, bouncing it in. Hudson going to set it up. Long pass up. Going to turn. Here come the Habs with a man advantage. They're going to walk in. McCabe up on his man. This comes to the side. Setting it around behind McCabe. Turning. Lost the handle. Now he regroups. He's going to fire this. Also, Ed Belfour's house right after they lost in the playoffs. Oh, because Jack Guy started, of course. Here's a shorthanded chance, a little behind the back pass. Couldn't get it to Nylander. And this is one area. We talked earlier about Mitch Marner and potentially the hole that Mitch Marner leaves. I think this is one area. The penalty killing is an area I thought Marner was very good at. Here's a shot knocked down. Toronto can't clear it, working this one around the side. I've never been to the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto, but I've been right by the old Maple Leaf Gardens. They sold seats from the old gardens for $5 per seat. Wow. And centering pass, jamming it in the side. They score a power play goal here for Montreal. Montreal's going to go up 2-0 over Toronto. Oh, have mercy. Oh, goodness. Toronto just could not get it out, and it looks like Kidney is going to be the one who picks up the goal. Stolarz was in good position, but Montreal works it down to Kidney. He throws it in front. The one shot, the rebound comes right to Kidney, and he jams this in between the skate and the post of Stolarz. No chance here for Stolarz. Anthony, Maple Leaf Gardens, I was lucky enough to go to many games at Maple Leaf Gardens. Absolutely loved it. So Kidney gets the goal. 2-0 Montreal. All right, come on, Toronto. They are behind now, 2-0. Bringing this one back around, hitting the red line, dumping it in. Tavares signaling the other side. Toronto going to rip it up. It is a power play goal for Montreal. Little chip pass down low. Benning racing back forward, taking it behind the net. That's right, John Cena. It's only preseason, but it's all for fun, and we still want to win. We still want these guys to do good. Quick shot. Veleno and Tavares going to hang on to it. That's right, Major. That is correct. Sherry, that is absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. They're going to go to commercial break with under 10 minutes to go here in period number 2. And you know what? I do have. All right. So yeah, absolutely crazy. Big game tomorrow, John. Yeah, big game, huge game. Hey, Carrie, good evening. Welcome in. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. If this is your first time here, if you're a first timer, welcome in. My name is Sam. I love my sports, my Leafs, my Blue Jays, even the Raptors a little bit. But we love our sports and we're looking to have a good time. Snoopy, what's going on? Snoopy dropping some roses. Thank you, Snoopy, and the hearts. Oh, I appreciate you so much, Snoopy. Snoopy, I hope you're doing well. I hope things are good for you. I feel like it's been so long. It's been such a long time. But again, welcome in, everybody. Let's see here. All right. So what are we going to do, folks? What are we going to do? Oh, they're getting a little dance on. Getting a little dance on, bringing those redeems up. Mackenzie, oh, you're very welcome, Mackenzie. Congratulations. Mackenzie, I was hoping to get those out today, but with all the travel and stuff we had to do in the 2 streams, I wasn't able to. But I'll look to try and get those out the end of this weekend. Oh, Snoopy, I'm so glad to hear that. And thank you so much for all the gifts. You are awesome. Snoopy is the best. Leafs can do it. Kareem, what's up? Good to have you back. Hope everybody had some dinner. Hope everyone got refueled and is set for the rest of this game. A preseason meeting at Poly Bungalows. What is that, Dallas? What is that? I don't know that place. That's right, Steven. 2-0. Montreal is up 2-0. They haven't updated the scoreboard yet, but Montreal is up 2-0, and as soon as they do, the widgets will update. I don't know why they haven't updated it yet. They were a little slow today. Under 10 minutes to go, back from commercial break. Montreal whipping this one around the boards. Toronto cuts it off. Maple Leafs behind the net, trying to come out in front. Domi digging at it. Robertson there to help him out. Robertson side of the net, and it's taken away. So Kidney does get the goal indeed. Farrell and Blias going to pick up the assist. Montreal 3-on-2, back into the zone. Newhook shoots. Tavares with a save. Miscommunication by the Maple Leafs in front of the net, and Montreal was able to pick it right back up. This is going to be sent down around. Come on, Leafs, you got to do better than this. Defensive zone coverage has not been very good. Not been very good. Digging this one around. Back, here's a shot off the post. That one goes wide. Came almost back around the front of the net. Toronto D, this one, they do clean it up and move it around. There we go. See, now it's updated. Just takes a little while. Side of the net, Montreal, working it. Back down, Nyes, watching, going to pinch up, tries to intercept. He can't. Habs doing a good job with the offensive zone coverage, really bringing this one around. Robertson trying to take it out. He gets stopped. Now back over to Riley. He goes off the glass. Montreal trying to pinch it in. They can't. And Jack Guy back to pick it up. 8.5 to go here in period number 2. Flip down the ice. Tavares thought about going out for it. Does not. Good night, Beverly. Have a good one. Oh, at the Polynesia. Oh, Dallas. Yes, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. We did look at it one time, Dallas, but it was a little too out of our budget. This back around. Here's a long shot. Tavares is down. Puck is loose. He's on his backside. He's looking for it. He finds it, and he covers this one up. 8 minutes to go in the second period. 2-0 Montreal. Look up how the Leafs lost their team resort in a poker game to Montreal. Their lodge was on a private lake in Montreal, Ontario. I used to live there and was Sherry, really? They lost their team resort? Is that a true story? Are you pulling my leg? I am very, very, very gullible. Very gullible.
Did a good job positioning, getting to that loose puck.
This back around, coming through. Yep, it's why I'm living. Carrie, whereabouts? Did I miss the first part of that? Digging this. Oh, wow. So now we can't even take washroom breaks. I'm grounded too. That's so funny. Back down. I have to look up the story at the next commercial break. Long pass up. Toronto chipping it through. Can't get it all the way in. We got a whistle. We got a penalty. Looks like a roughing call. Montreal this time. Montreal is going to go for roughing. How does that happen in 5 minutes? Exactly. So it is going to be Thorpe who's going for roughing. 16 shots now for Montreal, only 9 for Toronto. Thorpe coming in, throws the hit, and he throws the hit and he follows through with a hand to the face. And that's where the roughing call comes from. Let's see here. It is worth it even if you eat too much. Rooms are at everyone's budget. Absolutely. I love it. Calvin, how's it going? Yes, absolutely. Toronto can still win, Calvin, but they have to pick things up. They really do need to kind of get things going here. They're waiting a little bit too long. And I think if Montreal does it again, you're going to get grounded too. Here they come. Toronto on the power play. In over the line. Going to try and feed this one down low. Nice. Getting it down there is a slew foot. No call. Wow. Tavares in front. Scores! There you go. John Tavares. And I know it's still his captain jersey. Oh, it's not working. Oh, it's not working. There it is. I know it's the captain jersey. We got to get a better picture. But John Tavares on the power play as Nick Robertson takes the slew foot, goes down. Everybody was looking towards the referee. The puck comes in front to John Tavares, and he buries it and puts that one home. With 7 minutes to go left in period number 2, your ex-captain buries it. JT. There we go. Call myself a pest because I won't. Mackenzie, you're so funny. Grandma, the Leafs score. Jeff, what's going on? The comeback begins. Hey, Davey boy, one back. We got one back. This around. Quinlan in there after it. Now, the way when you score a goal in these games, it's like the adrenaline goes right to your feet. That's right, Beverly. Beverly just had to say goodnight, and then they said, oh, Beverly's out. Let's go. Big hit in the corner. Toronto getting physical. Tanev throwing his weight around. Puck going to come in front, and here come the Leafs. On the move, a little 3-on-3. Long pass across. Doesn't connect. Montreal sends us back down the ice. And there's a whistle. 6:17 to go. Montreal still doing a really good job in terms of their shots. Really good job with their shots. 15 shots to 10. 2 power play goals tonight in this period. Kidney the first, Tavares with the second. But good hockey. Let's go. Off the draw. Trying to feed this one back and misfires. All the way down the ice. Leafs with it. Let's go. Here's a long pass up. Leafs turning, bringing it right back in. Robertson in the high slot. He's going to pass this one off. Domi shooting. That one is caught in the glove, and we're getting another stoppage here with 6 minutes to go. With Wall down, it sure puts Stolarz in a negotiating position. Absolutely it does, Pickleball. Absolutely it does. Now, I'm hearing they're getting very, very close. Stolarz wanted to get something done before the season started, right? He wanted to get it done before the season started. They're going to be very close, but it seems like they are getting real close. I've heard 4 years. I've heard 2 years. So it's looking very close. But I think if they can secure him for 4 or 5 years, money. Stolarz is going to be great. Under 6 to go. Robertson bringing this back to the point, throwing it towards through the high slot, almost deflected. Here's another shot, hits the side of the net and comes out in front. Montreal going to bring it back the other way. Trying to bring this one across. Setting it up. Little upsy-daisy pass. Domi with it. Domi running into traffic. Tried to cycle it away. Gave it away. And Montreal turning back the other side. Near side of the ice up and over the line. Here's a long shot deflected high. Picked up here by Toronto. Riley trying to hit Robertson for the breakout. That fails. Yeah, Mike, that's a great question. They don't have room for Järnkrok, Kempf, Robertson, and Cowan. They don't have room for the 4 of them. Hey, Arissus, welcome in. Good to see you again. So I don't know if he's going to make the team. I would like to see him make it, but somebody's got to be traded. Up over the line, Leafs dumping it in the zone deep. In here is Joshua behind the net, a little reverse hit. He gets pushed up against the boards. Sending this back out, Michelli to Ekman-Larsson. His shot gets blocked. Montreal going to bring this one back out. Leafs trying to control it in the neutral zone. Roy is in there. He's looking to carry it out. Little cross-ice pass, walking up. Take that shot. He does. That goes wide. Ekman-Larsson wasn't a good shot. Roy gets taken down. Leafs are caught in a line change. Couldn't touch the puck here. Montreal bringing it up. Trying to turn the corner around Tanev. Tanev forcing him to the outside. Nice work, but the Habs cycling it on, getting themselves in position. Järnkrok in here. He's kind of standing up, trying to steal, and they do. Toronto picking it up. Nylander, one man to beat. Nylander coming in, stopping, turning around, and we got a late whistle and too many men on the ice. Toronto's going to be getting a too many men on the ice call, and this is something we saw way too much during the regular season. They are going to commercial break. So it's one of the 4 they keep. So I think maybe 2, but again, they're not going to be full-time players. We know Pezzetta is not going to be a full-time player, so we don't have a lot of spot. If Cowan isn't going to be a full-time player, you got to send him to the Marlies, let him get in. Give him his 6 or 7 games, and then send him down to the Marlies and let him play there. I think you got to give Robertson a fair shot. Robertson, 69 games last year. He had 15 goals, if I recall. And he played really 4th-line minutes. Him and Reeves were the bottom 2 in time on ice almost every game. So if you're not going to play Robertson, trade him. You got to be able to get a 3rd or a 4th-round draft pick from him. I have a feeling Järnkrok and Kempf on waivers. Yeah, Mike, and you hate to do it. Jack coming in with Jack. At least be original if you're going to trash talk. Oh, the amount of times I've seen people flash a 67, it doesn't even faze me now. Every time I see that, it just makes me want to go 6'7", 6'7". Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. But yeah, I agree. One of them are going to be, there you go, Josh. One of them are going to be waived, and it's going to be unfortunate. Both of them can contribute. Both of them can absolutely contribute. Robot's getting in it now. 6'7". Both can contribute. And I wonder if someone like San Jose, Boston, not that you want to trade to Boston, but there's a lot of teams that could use a depth player like a Järnkrok or a Kempf. How about teams been around 50 years without a cup? Yeah. Oh, you guys crack me up so much. Crack me up. Hey, Charlie, what's going on? It is 2-1. It is 2-1 Montreal. Montreal having that lead. Tavares' goal unassisted, by the way. Tavares' goal unassisted. Mackenzie, because it's some weird thing that kids are doing today that us old people don't understand what on earth it means. But every time somebody says 6'7", all the kids just start going 6'7", and I have no idea why. No, Mike, what happened to Kuzi? What happened to Kuzi? All right, back from commercial break. Montreal on the power play. Of course, too many men on the ice. Toronto. 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Habs, new hook. Going to bring this one in, setting it up. Montreal bringing it right down low. Walking right up the line. They shoot, they score. Montreal, another power play goal. Lane Hudson, what a blast. What a huge blast. Kuznetsov, Panthers, 1 year, $3 million. That's okay. That's okay. We'll take that. Florida, of course, with Barkov out and Kachuk out, Florida's going to be hurting. So their system is going to change a lot this season. I was born the last time they won the cup. They will probably win. Oh, no, Jeff, they'll do it before. They're going to do it before. Hudson coming in, a little leg kick, a little head fake, and it's a power play goal. So Lane Hudson makes it 3-1 Montreal. Can't believe that. 3-1 Montreal. They need a good start to the season. That they do. McDavid to Toronto again. The big rumor going around. We would love to see it happen, Leaf fans, but I don't know if there's money to make it happen. Google Northern Ontario travel treasure mentions the Leafs there, but not own. Okay, I'll have to, Sherry. I'll scrub back after the game and get that in the chat, and I'll take a look. 3:30 to go. Montreal still coming. Another shot. Stolarz made the save. Rebound in front. He didn't see it. Toronto going to pick this one up, banking it off the boards. And Montreal coming right back. Montreal has been relentless. They keep coming and coming and coming and coming. TikToker shook and said 6'7" and now. Is that where it started? Is that where it started? I have no idea where that whole thing took off from. Digging this one in the corner. Montreal still coming around. I don't think McDavid resigns in Edmonton. I don't. Here's a shot from the faceoff dot. That one sails wide. 2:45 to go. Robertson spinning around, getting it out. Lane Hudson, first goal of the preseason. Thorpe and Newhook picking up the assists. 2 points tonight for Newhook. Leafs playing this one back. 2.5 to go. Long pass going to be dumped down. Josh, I'm not saying it anymore. I'm not saying it anymore. Setting it up. Oh, Mackenzie, I used to love riding as well. So much fun. This is going to be flipped up. I haven't done it in many, many, many years. Montreal cycling it, tolling away. Here's Nylander. Nylander hasn't really done much today. Going to flip this one down. Chasing it after it. So is Tavares. Comes to the point. Carlos shoots. Rebound back up top. Toronto going to put it down. Walking out. A little spinorama move. And a shot right on. And Montreal going to hang on to it. Josh, that's funny. You almost got me there. One more time. All right, fine. 6-7. Oh my goodness. Hudson, Fortnite. Hudson is so good. So good. I thought I slept on him last year. I thought Hudson last year with all his juking and jiving and dancing around and playing with the puck, I thought somebody was going to run him over. But man, he kept going. NHL 26 franchise so broken. That's funny, Emil. Toronto up over the line, 1:43 to go. Dinner just arrived and it smells so good. Getting demolished. Hey, Casey, what's going on? I'm good to lose some in the preseason. It means the team is learning and growing. Absolutely. Second period. This dump down. Tanev going back. Giving it over to McCabe. McCabe playing it up ahead. Here's Domi. Domi down the near side of the ice. Stopping, popping, centered across. Tanev with a chance. He doesn't shoot. Feeds it to the line. McCabe with a big shot. Dropping the Montreal defenseman. I didn't see who it was in front of the net. Somebody got hit and went down like a tree. Y'all beat us 5-2. Last minute of play in this period. Toronto going to dump it down. We'll take a look at the Montreal lineup. We'll take a look at the stats, and we'll talk hockey coming up in this intermission. Murner made a lot of these Leafs look good. To a degree, Ron, but I think he caused a lot of problems as well. Digging in the corner, back to the point. Toronto keeping this one in, hits Yarncrocs' leg. Funny little hop, and here comes Montreal. 30 seconds to go in the period. Habs with a 3-1 lead. Down in the corner, Kapanen pressing up on Benning. Going to send it around the boards. Montreal holding it in. Benning back in the corner on Newhook. Ekman Larson in front comes to Hudson. Hudson a little toe drag and a shot. And with 15.5 seconds to Lars is going to hang on to it. No, McDavid is not going to go to Florida. But I don't think you can count out any team that has a legitimate chance of winning. Florida's already rigged enough. Florida did a really good job building that core group, and they've signed them all to long contracts now. This back around behind the Toronto net. Montreal, one more chance. 8 seconds to go on the clock. Robertson going to break it up. Getting that one out and down the ice. Montreal hanging on to it. Hit that buzzer. There it goes. The horn sounds. And the second period is in the books. 3-1. In case you missed the goals, it was Alex Newhook scored in the first from Carrier and Bolduc. In the second, it was Riley Kidney, his first on the power play from Farrell and Sammy Blaise. Then it was John Tavares unassisted, and then Lane Hudson from Blaise and Newhook. 3 power play goals in that second period. Montreal 18 shots, 12 for Toronto. Habs are winning the faceoffs 22-19. Montreal 2 for 2 on the power play. Toronto is 1 for 2. 22 hits for Montreal, 18 hits for Toronto. Block shots are 5 apiece. Giveaways are 6-3. All right, let's break this down. Let's talk Montreal lineup, Montreal roster. So let me bring this up here, and I'll see if we can simulate. Here they go. Click this button, click this up. Okay, so with Montreal, we obviously know there's a lot of talent on this team, and Montreal has been up and down. Last year, they were up, they were all the way at the bottom, and they clawed their way back up, and they gave a pretty healthy run against the Washington Capitals. Will be interesting to see how many days the Jays have. Yeah, it is going to be interesting. So let's look and see. This is what it's going to come down to. Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, and Slafkovsky. Slafkovsky, you know, he was one of these players that when it was his rookie year, I thought there was no way. This kid was not good enough to play. He's been developing quite nicely. And so I actually really like what Slafkovsky is kind of bringing to town. And I like what he can deliver. You know, Patrick Laine, Kirby Dach, and Ivan Demidov. And so this line is an interesting one. Kirby Dach has so much potential, and he's had injury issues and he's had some trouble. But Kirby Dach, this kid can perform. He is going to be really good. 24 years of age. Kirby Dach is going to be good. Patrick Laine, in my opinion, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Don Vey, who cares? We care. That's why we're talking hockey. If you don't like it, you don't need to be here. I'm just teasing you. No, we're having some fun. We spent the first period talking about Toronto, so now we got to be fair. We got to talk about Montreal a little bit. Nyes Matthews, Joshua Royce, suck at PK, can't trade Kempf now. Let me ask you, what's your opinion? Who's going to be on that line? Who's going to be on that top line with Matthews and Nyes? Laine is not all-rounded. I don't like Laine at all. I think he's a step too slow. I think he leaves his legs way out, and we saw what happened last year, right, where he got hit with that knee-on-knee. I don't like Laine at all, and I actually think he's doing a disservice to Montreal. At $8.7 million on the cap hit, I think Montreal could do better without him. Sheldon coming in, just want to show appreciation for this channel. Great to listen to when I'm not at home. You have been a great hockey mind and run an entertaining channel. Thank you for a huge super chat Sheldon, I appreciate that so very, very much. That is amazing. Thank you. Let's get some stick taps in the chat. Stick taps in the chat for the super chat. Don, you're going Nicky Robertson on that top line. Ooh, I like your thinking, Don. I like your thinking. I don't think they're going to put him there, but I would like to see that. A lot of talent. He's scared to skate since the injury. Yeah, and it's a disservice. If they trade him, who do you have to trade? Because they're going to ask for Matthew, and if you don't, we're not trading Matthew. We're not trading Matthew. Road Warriors, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. My name's bad. He's slower. He's very, very slow. But yeah, Don, thank you. I appreciate that. That's great thought, though. And then we got to talk about Ivan Demidov. So Demidov, we saw him come up last year. We've seen what this kid can do. Holy smokes, such good hockey hands. Demidov can dangle like crazy. He is going to be a brilliant superstar. He's only 6'1". He needs to put on weight. He's about 190 pounds. He needs to put on some weight, but Demidov is the real deal. If you haven't seen him, holy smokes, he is a special player. And yeah, Fortin, that's a good point. He's not really NHL ready. I don't think a full season, he's going to be able to withstand the punishment and the physicality. So that is my thought on Demidov. If we go down, I like Bolduc. He's developing. Alex Newhook. I'm a huge fan of Alex Newhook. Kapanen has been okay. Gallagher, I personally don't like. Jake Evans and Josh Anderson. Josh Anderson, I think, is a Leaf killer. Josh Anderson is a special player. I mean, he is great. When you look at the defense, Dobson, Gooley, great defense there. Mike Matheson, I like. Carrier, they bring over. Struble is good. Hudson and Jackeye. Montreal, I think, is set on D. I like their D a lot. Gallagher is your Marchand. I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Goaltending is where I think is going to be a big struggle for Montreal this year. While I don't want to take anything away from Sam Montembeault or Jacob Dobish, because I actually personally like them both, and I think Jacob Dobish is going to be the future. I was lucky enough to be at the game where Dobish debuted in Florida, and he shut them out. He's going to be a goalie of the future. I think this is the area where Montreal struggles right now. Goaltending is the concern. But if Montembeault and Dobish can stand on their heads, I think the offense is there. Are they tough enough? I don't think so. But they're going to score goals. The defense will be able to play well. One or two pieces to get stronger would certainly be a big advantage for Montreal. 23 blank 89 tonight, just missing 34. There you go. Toronto has a goalie problem also. So Kai, I don't think Toronto does have a goalie problem. I am very comfortable with Anthony Stolarz and Joseph Woll. Very comfortable. Stolarz is going to re-sign. They're working on the deal now. We hope they're going to announce it soon. If you were 6'7", you would have a 925, right? Man, there are a lot of big goalies these days. A lot of big goalies. We obviously don't know the status of Joseph Woll. We don't know what his personal leave is for. We don't know how long he's going to be out. We wish him the best. Is James Reimer the answer? Absolutely not. But I'm comfortable with Anthony Stolarz. Is Dennis Hildeby NHL ready? No, I don't think he is. Hildeby, I mean, he's 24. He's 6'7". He's got good size. He moves well. But the few times we saw him in the National Hockey League, he just didn't seem like he was ready for it. So I don't think Hildeby is the answer. Della, I agree. No goaltender issue. It's a forward pushing issue. Yeah. And they're going to get there. The forwards and the changes they've made, certainly. And Toronto had a very similar issue to Montreal, right? Similar issue. Just imagine Carey Price in that. I know that it would have been nice. But yeah, it's unfortunate with that knee. 5-on-5 is a big concern for Montreal. Lots of power play specialists, weak on 5 and 5 defensive players. So you guys, Montreal has the same problem that Toronto had. Reimer possibly signed as AHL goalie coach someday soon. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, listen, he loves it here. I'm sure he'd want to stay in the organization. So both teams needed to get bigger in size. Washington, especially Tom Wilson, really threw his weight around at Montreal in the postseason, right? Montreal's offense is smaller in stature, so they need some bigger guys, just like Toronto did. And that's why I think when we got rid of Mitch Marner, not that we had a choice, but when we got rid of Mitch Marner, we brought in some size, we brought in some weight. You know, Nick Roy is 6'4", 200 pounds. Decent size, power forward. He's not going to get you a bajillion goals. If we take a look at his stats last year, he had 15 goals. The year before 13, the year before 14. The highest he's had is 15 goals, right? 30 points. I think 41 points is his career high. So he's not going to get you a ton of points, but he's going to bang and crash. He's going to get physical. He's going to jump in. We also brought in Dakota Joshua, 6'3", 206 pounds. Same thing. He's not going to get you a ton of goals. He's going to bang and crash. He's going to do whatever he can do to muck it around and help out. In 23-24, he had 18 goals. That was his career high. Is he going to do that again? No chance. Before that, he had 11, 7, 9. But again, they're not bringing these guys in to produce. Do they chip in the odd occasional goal? Yes, but they're there to bang and crash. You got Steven Lorentz, who they brought in the year before, 6'4", 216 pounds. And he was a pleasant surprise on the fourth line, chipping in 8 goals. You know, we got some size now. We're going to need some protection for the top line. But they're getting bigger. So Burke, you hit the money on the head. So that's my guy. I am a huge Carter Verhaeghe fan. Carter Verhaeghe is my guy. And he's somebody who can take a pounding, and he can throw a hit too, and he can score. But Toronto is getting bigger. They are getting tougher. And you need these guys who are going to go in the corners and not go, don't hit me. Here's the puck. Stay away. You need guys that are going to go in and be tough, be aggressive, right? That's where you bring in these guys. Matthew Nyes is a prime example. This kid is coming in. He's a youngster, right? At 22, 6'3", 217 pounds. He goes in the corners. He's not afraid. Max Domi, who's a little guy, 5'10", 208 pounds. He's going in the corners. With the addition of Joshua and Roy, they're going to go in the corners. So you've got some size, you've got some grit, you've got some toughness. Now you're going to punish these players in the corner. You're going to punish guys in front of the net, because now we've brought in some big guys in front of the net last year. You know, you bring in Brendan Carlo at 6'5", 217 pounds. He's going to try and move you out of the front of the net. Simon Benoit, 6'4", 200 pounds, 205 pounds. You got those guys in there, so they're going to bang and crash. You got Ekman Larson, who's 6'2". He's going to move the puck. So I like the size on defense, and we can't forget about Jake McCabe. He's smaller at 6'1", 210, but he'll hit you until you knock your lights out. So I like how the Leafs have brought in toughness, and they've introduced toughness, and that's exactly it, Delhi. Set the tone. Banging and crashing. You got to make guys afraid to stand in front of the net. You got to make guys afraid to go to the corners. And right now, everybody is looking at the Maple Leafs, at least last year, and they're saying, put the puck in the corner. We're going to win the board battles every time. How did the Florida Panthers take out the Leafs? 7-game series. Florida won in 2 ways. One, their forecheck was unheard of. They came flying in. They'd knock your lights out. Number 2, their board play. Florida controlled the puck along the boards because they pushed the Leafs around. And they did it to every other team, not just Toronto. The forecheck and their board play won them the Stanley Cup. I mean, of course, there are other things, like they had the best third line in the playoffs last year. Their goaltending was solid, but that's what you need. In Toronto, they've brought in some good pieces. Now let's see how they utilize it. All right, let's see here. And sorry, I know there's so many comments, but this is a great topic. I love Domi in Montreal. Yeah, important. He didn't excel in Montreal. I think he got a bad rap there. We traded Pacioretty for Domi, and Tatar was goated trade 5-6 years ago. It was a big trade for sure. All right, let's talk about Connor McDavid, because a lot of people are asking, What about Connor McDavid? Is he going to stay in Edmonton? Is he going to sign? Now, obviously, and I'm going to say this up front, and I say this every year when it comes near trade deadline, near free agent signings, I am just a guy from Toronto that loves the game of hockey. I listen to the news. I read what's online. I hear what people have to say. I do not have an inside source, an inside connection. So everything I tell you is purely my opinion and my thoughts based off what I see and hear. So please take what I say as just that. I'm a hockey fan, as you are. We'll have a better season. I agree we will. Toronto's problem is mental. And I think, Elias, that is going to change. So when it comes to the Edmonton Oilers and Connor McDavid, Connor McDavid is saying all the exact same things right now that Mitch Marner was saying a year ago. Oh, we'd love to make it work, but I got to talk to my family. It's a big decision. I don't want to rush it. I want to think about it. All of these things. Edmonton could run into a bit of a money issue, and we'll talk about that. But right now, Connor McDavid is saying all those things. If you saw the sit down with Elliot Friedman, who Elliot Friedman is outstanding. He knows his stuff. When he talked with Elliot Friedman, a couple of things when McDavid was talking about, when they were trying to not pressure him, but when they were trying to talk about the future, McDavid brought everything back to, well, we are set up for success in the 25-26 season. He mentioned 25-26 season, I think 4 or 5 times in that interview. So for me, McDavid is not wanting to talk about the future. He's saying everything based off this season. So to me, if you read between the lines, he's saying this is it. If they don't do it this year, he wants out. But now let's look at the money, right? Because money talks. You sign Leon Draisaitl for $14 million, okay? $14 million for a number of years. You have some other big signings, right? You have Evan Bouchard. You just signed him for a number of years at $10.5. You're stuck with Darnell Nurse at $9.25. You are going to have to sign Zach Hyman in a couple of years. He's at $5.5. The rest of your lineup, you're in trouble. Your defense needs to be bolstered. I like Matthias Ekholm. I like Evan Bouchard, even though a lot of people don't. I like Jake Wallman. Darnell Nurse is a waste of space, but you can't get rid of him at that contract. You got to figure out how to make your defense better. The Oilers' defense is not a Stanley Cup winning caliber defense, in my opinion. Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard, your 2 netminders. Again, in my opinion, I don't feel like these are Stanley Cup winning goaltenders. Now you could say, Sam, but Skinner and Pickard took them to the Stanley Cup finals 2 years in a row. I don't think these are Stanley Cup caliber goaltenders. I think Edmonton needs to invest in their goaltending. Both of them, by the way, are unrestricted free agents after this season. So if you assume they're going to invest in their goaltending, they're going to make some changes at defense. And now when it comes down to the money, Connor McDavid, he deserves to get more than Leon Draisaitl, right? He deserves to get Connor McDavid, in my opinion, should be one of the biggest NHL contracts. He should be at the top of the list. And so when you look at that list, oh, this isn't what I wanted. Hang on a second. Because I want to get this right. I don't want to get it wrong. Why isn't this giving me what I want to do? Why does it have to be so complicated? So here we go. Leon Draisaitl. We're going to do it by average at $14 million. Matthews at 13. McKinnon at 12. Connor McDavid has been making 12. So you got to believe if he's going to sign not even an 8-year, if we talk about a 4 or 5 year, you're talking about a $16 to $18 million contract for Connor McDavid. Not many teams can afford that. Even if you just said, give him $1 million more than Leon, he's going to get $15 million, which I think it'll be higher. If you were to sign him for 1 year, it might be $15 million. If you were going to go 5, 8, you're going to be upwards 18, 20 million. Not many teams can afford him. Edmonton, with the investments they made and the investments they need, they're not going to be able to afford him. I don't think Toronto can afford him either, to be honest with you. But it'll be interesting to see what they do and how they make it work. So what do you think? Do you think the Oilers can afford it? Do you think he will sign? And what do you think he will sign for as we get ready for period number 3? He will sign for around 16, 17. Yeah, so I'm in that same boat. I don't think the Oilers can afford that. It would hurt their team more. Thank you so much for dropping those gifts. I appreciate it. Welcome back in, folks. Here we go. Period number 3 is underway. Montreal with a 3-1 lead. Thank you for allowing me to rant and rave about the rosters and the contracts, because we haven't been able to talk hockey in this detail for a long time, and I love it. Ricochet right on net. And we got a goaltending change. A goaltending change at both ends. Artur Akimov, who I can never say his name right. He's in net now for Toronto. Oh, that's the only change. So Akimov in here for the Maple Leafs. A little goaltending change. Stolarz' night is done. That, I'm assuming, is by design and not because of any other reason. But here we go. Nurses wouldn't be a bad idea if his contract was lower. Yeah, the Nurse contract hurts. It hurts them a lot. Joey, thank you for the follow. Shot is going to get knocked down. Another shot. Couple of good saves here by Artur. And Toronto clears it up the middle. Turned over. Another shot and another save as the Toronto netminder, coming in cold, has to make a couple of big saves right away. If he leaves Edmonton as a free agent, he's going to an American team. What makes you think he would go to an American team? But, I mean, he can go anywhere he wants, right? And that's why I think it has to be somebody that has a chance to win. So everybody always says Toronto, Florida, Montreal, especially Montreal after clearing out some of that money from Price. Toronto playing this one back in their own zone, going to curl it around. Here comes Michelli up over to Tavares. Tavares going to flip this one back in. Michelli chasing it down around behind the net. Back up top, Montreal, a little cross-ice pass as the Habs going to break it out. Leafs look like they will finish bottom 5. So, Paul, you can't really base it off preseason. I think the Leafs, I think they will be another top team this year. Little quick pass in the slot with a shot. That one sails just wide of the net. Montreal back with it, digging it across, trying to get it out. Michelli can't get it. Tavares is right there. Now it comes out. Montreal has it. McDavid is closing in on being 32. Does he want one more big long-term deal the rest of his prime, or a bridge deal? That's a good call, Road Warrior. A very good call. At 30 years of age, you know, you sign an 8-year deal. Maybe you got another small one after that. This is going to be chip-free. McDavid wants a cup. He wants to do whatever. To him, and I even think a cup is more important than money. And we got a Montreal penalty coming up, as it looked like Nick Robertson was interfered with. So we're going to get a power play here. Leafs need to get it going. So that is indeed interference, as Nick Robertson trying to cut through. He's held up, and Engstrom going to go to the box. But yeah, I would love to see McDavid go somewhere. I would like him to go somewhere off the beaten path. Little tougher game for Toronto. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see him go somewhere like a San Jose, which would never happen. Never happen. But I think going to play with some young studs and the team that's the Sharks are building, that's going to be a fun to watch team. Bauer, Demidov not playing tonight, but man, he can dangle. Demidov is so good. Really, really good. Again, welcome back in to everyone who ducked out at the intermission. It's going to be flipped down the ice. Here's a shot off the goalpost. Domi coming close. Trying to keep this one in. Michelli cycling it down low. Going to play it around. Domi trying to cut it off. He misses. Toronto on the power play, an opportunity, and they ring the goalpost. Regular season starts October 8th for the Maple Leafs. October 8th. Here they come. Domi up. Going to pass this one across. Toronto trying to get in, get things set up. Habs going to smack it around. Quick shot, Ekman Larson. I'd be willing to sign McDavid for the approximate same dollar goal ratio Tavares and Robertson give. Here's a shot. Interesting formula. Interesting formula. Bob, how's it going? Skates right into Engstrom, then dives. Well, yeah. Here we go. Robertson with the puck. Going to dangle this one in, giving it over to Nyes. Nyes dropping it back to the point. Riley sending it to the middle of the ice. Nylander over to Robertson. Robertson back up top to Riley. Riley stepping into one. Deflected just wide of the net. To Nylander trying to center it. Riley coming across. One-timer from Robertson off the shoulder of the Montreal netminder. What a shot. Great little passing here. Toronto rifling one. And a nice save as that is deflected up and at a play. Really, really good shot here. Toronto coming close. Toronto coming very close. Marchand is fun to hate. Yeah, and every team needs one of those guys. Every team needs somebody who's fun to hate, somebody you can jump on and not get behind. When it's Montreal, go Habs. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. 30 seconds left to go in the Toronto power play. Leafs trying to keep this one in. Montreal able to clear it out and down the ice. This back around. Here comes Riley. Riley on his horses. Hey, Danny, how's it going? Thanks, Spy Queen. Little dangle. Nylander coming in. One too many moves, and he turns over the puck. Montreal going to send this one all the way down the ice. Barkov out, so let's see how. Yeah, Todd, that is so unfortunate for Barkov. Such a fluke. Power play has expired. Toronto 2 shots. They could not get one through, and this is going to be an icing call. Hey, Randy, what's going on? Welcome in. Go Habs, go. Montreal up 3-1 here. We're just about 5 minutes into the third period. Marty St. Louis calling over the official, wants to have a word. No, okay. I guess they wanted to sort something out. Being a Panthers fan, love me some Marshy. Yeah, you know, Joey, I'm with you. The Panthers are my number 2 team. Been a Florida Pan. Here's a shot right off the draw. Hang on, rebound, driving in, taking it to the house. And another good stop by the Montreal netminder. Being a longtime Panther fan, seeing what they do obviously is very exciting. Brad Marchand coming to Florida, he has played a very different game in Florida than he played for Boston. A very different game. I think if McDavid stays in Edmonton to sign an extension by New Year's at the latest, if that doesn't happen, possible deadline move. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Road Warriors. Joey, it was like a fluke thing at practice. I didn't see the clip. I just heard it was a fluke. But yeah, Brad Marchand going to Florida, you don't see all the same cheap shots and slew foots and all the same shenanigans. Say, hey, Gallagher, but if he was on your team, you'd probably love him after that one game. Kuya, probably. You're probably not wrong there. I don't like the cheap shot artists, right? And this is one, you know, Brad Marchand, who's number 1 in my books in that department. Here's a long shot. That goes steered aside. I was not a fan of Brad Marchand on Boston. Taking guys into the corner and lifting their skates so they crashed feet first into the boards. All the dirty stuff, did not like it. But when he came to Florida, that all went away. I don't know if it was coaching. I don't know if it's by design. I don't know what it is. But that went away, and he was a key reason of one of the reasons why they went as far and won the cup last year. Montreal turning this one up, trying to play it along. Toronto coming in with a bit of a hard shot. Puck out in the neutral zone. Turning, moving it up. Yarncroc going to tip this one in. Trying to come up on it was Joshua. Could not do it. Almost called him Phil Kessel again. Back to Coach Frenchie. This coming around. Montreal on the move. I hate Marchand, but loved him when he played for Canada. Yeah, like he can play. That's the thing. He's not just a dirty player. He is a very skilled player. This background, Montreal ripping it around the boards, out to the side. Hit there by Robertson. Digging this one to the line, comes out in front, almost a turnover, racing to pick it up. Benning grabs this one. Benning carries it to the blue line, sends it in. Down around at the side, Hudson playing around. Hudson, a real good game today. I got to check out Hudson's time on ice numbers because he's been on forever. Lane Hudson, 17 minutes at this point. 17 minutes of ice time for Lane Hudson. That is absolutely insane. They're going to commercial break. 3-1 Montreal. Toronto struggling here. They're not finding a way through. When we look at Toronto's ice time, Nicky Robertson leading all forwards with ice time tonight, 14:42. 17 shifts he's had. Nicky Robertson, wow. Matty Nice, second with 14:20. Nylander, 13:57. Not having a good game. On the defensive side, Ekman Larson, he's up at about almost 18 minutes. Riley at 16:40. Carlo at 14. Benning at 12:40. Pizzetta has only played 7 minutes today. So has Vallis. And those two are not noticeable at all. I don't think we've said Pizzetta's name once today. All right, let's go. Kathleen, we did not. We were waiting for you. Let's do it one time. Rock, paper, scissors. You know how it works. I'm going to throw a rock. I'm going to throw paper. I'm going to throw scissors. You have to tell me what you select. Honor system, no changing it. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors. Let's go. Rock, paper, scissors. Shoot, I'm going paper. I'm going paper. Oh, Dan went paper too. Who are you most impressed with so far? Great question. Yared plays V-ball. Great question. Hang on, let's get through this game of rock, paper, scissors, and I'll answer that. Dallas is going paper. Dan's going paper. Onyx dropping the rock. Len with the rock. Kathleen with scissors. Road Warrior with scissors. There we go. Love a little rock, paper, scissors. Scrafford, welcome in. Karen's going scissors. You always lose. Pickleball scissors. Jesse scissors. So who have I been most impressed with? Well, from the Maple Leafs standpoint, to be honest with you, nobody has jumped out at me that makes me go, wow, this is good. Billy, how's it going? Going with the rock. Nobody has jumped out and said, wow, this guy is awesome tonight. So nobody on the Maple Leafs is really impressing me, to be honest. From a Montreal standpoint, there are two that I've been impressed with. One, of course, is Lane Hudson, who you can always be impressed with him. The other is Alex Newhook, but I've always been a Newhook fan, and I think he's having a good game today. Rock, paper, scissors when McKenzie comes back. Absolutely. The laundry team. This one shot right on. Going to hang on to it again. 13-18 to go. 13-18. So yeah, I would love to say, hey, there's a certain Leaf player right now that I'm just blown away with, and it's just not there. It's just not there. I mean, of course, I can say Tavares has had a good game because he's the goal scorer, but nah, just not really. How many people do you think went from Skydome through Union to the Dallas? For sure, there's some. For sure. I'd say that Montreal keeper thought he was going to be shaky. Yeah, he's been good. He's been good. Joey, there's a couple. Tavares is playing. Nylander's playing. Nyes is playing. Oh, what a stop. Artur Akimov going in the full splits. A huge stop here as Montreal almost strikes again. Habs going to keep this one in there. Digging. Toronto can't clear. But no Austin Matthews tonight. No Austin Matthews tonight. Montreal back in front. Another shot. That one goes just wide. Cycling around behind. Tanev trying to tie him up. Take it away. Getting some help by Roy. Hit coming. Yarncroc gets bumped. Puck along the boards. Toronto going to clear this out to the line. Montreal holds it in. It's sitting there. They kip it in again, and another shot is going to get knocked down. Here's Toronto. They finally get it out, but they can't control it. Struble going to bring this one back, and the Habs going to turn it around quickly and put this right in the zone. With Ben Scrivens. There's a name, Scrawford, I haven't heard in a while. Ben Scrivens. That's outstanding. Oh, Onyx throwing pies. Onyx is throwing pies. This is going to be played over. Ekman Larson teeing it up, setting it up. Jesse, he's getting a night off. Just a night off. Guys in and out of the lineup. No real rhyme or reason. We expect over the next couple of days, we'll probably shed a few guys, and the games against Detroit will be closer to an NHL-ready lineup. Back around, long pass, sending this all the way down the ice. Montreal setting it up. Pizzetta trying to get in there and get it. He couldn't. Montreal hanging on to it. Ekstrom with it now as both teams making some changes. Waiting. Now they're going to start to move it up. 11 and a half minutes to go. Toronto is down by 2. This in the corner. Farrell's going to swipe it around the boards. Domi back to get it. Domi going to play this one up and all the way down the ice. Nyzy can't catch up to it. Robertson battling at the line. Nyzy didn't tag up, so it's going to be an offside. Oh boy, Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs just having some troubles here tonight. And we hope this is not going to be the same type of game we see in the home opener. Yeah, Anthony Matthews is a good player. He's supposed to be healthy now. He's supposed to be A-OK. Hopefully that is indeed the case. We don't want to see him kind of fall apart. We don't want to see any major injuries. That's coming back around behind the net. Stepped up here. Montreal going to play. Toronto coming to keep this one in. McCabe, nice job over to Nyes. Nyes behind the net, cycling around. Robertson in front. Nyes can't get it to him. Robertson taking a beating. Still in front, still battling Domi to the point. Here's a shot. That one gets blocked. A little misfire. Tanev didn't get all of it that he wanted. Toronto going to turn a little chip pass up. Stolen away. Here comes Bledsoe. Over the line. Bleasy's shooting. Scores! Montreal does it again. Oh, no. Montreal does it again. That one hurts. 4-1 Habs. 4-1 Habs. Bazile with a nice play forces this one through. And Farrell, I think, is going to get credit for the goal. Oh, and Farrell does score. Tanev is outreaching. Tanev is outreaching for it. Don't like that play. David Boy, not good at all. Oh, my gosh. Montreal, though, doing it where it counts. Good on them. Way to go, Montreal. I'm shocked. I'm hurt. My feelings are hurt. No, I'm just kidding. Trying to get these numbers fixed up here. There we go. So Montreal Canadiens doing it yet again. This can be flipped up to the line. Leafs trying to get it out. Coming around behind the net, but that's what you get with preseason hockey. You never know. Joey, I would love to see that. Would absolutely love to see it. One goalie I don't miss is Vesa Toskala. Oh, Toskala. The voodoo Montreal. What voodoo did Montreal do in the locker room tonight? Here they come again, stepping up. We got a Leaf that looks like they're hurt in front of the bench. Shot was knocked down. This coming down. We do have an injured Leaf. Who was it? Nylander has his head down on the bench. Nylander in some discomfort. Was trying to come across, and a little clip there. A little clip took the stick in the midsection. Probably just knocked the wind out of himself. Ouch. That hurts. That hurts. The wind just taken right out of his sails. Canucks are winning the cup. Get on the bandwagon now. That's really funny. I would love to see what Montreal or what Vancouver is going to do this year. All right, let's take a look around the horn. 3-1 Penguins over the Blue Jackets. Sidney Crosby with a goal, Ricard Raquel with a goal, and Ville Koivunen with the goal, and of course, Marc-Andre Fleury in for the third period. Marc-Andre Fleury getting a chance to play here. He's faced 8 shots so far. and he has stopped them all. Avalanche up 3-1 over the Dallas Stars. Gavin Brindley scores. Ivan picked up an assist. Antonio Stranges gets the goal. Artur Lehkonen has a goal, and Zarkar Bardakov has a goal as well. Lightning now 2-1 over the Preds. We said Radish scored earlier. Chaffee scored, and Ozzy Weisblatt picks up the goal. Blackhawks and Blues now tied at 2s. Braden Shen with his first, Toronino with the first, and Gavin Hayes with his first. And of course, Dvorsky scored earlier today. The Jets are up 4-1 over the Calgary Flames. Walker Durer scored earlier. We got Cherbakov with a goal, Parinkin with a goal, Parker Ford with a goal, and Nail Pionk with a goal. 5-2, Sabres beat the Red Wings. We went through that earlier, as well as the Bruins and Flyers. Bruins won 4-3 there. And the Ducks now beating the Kings 5, although there's no score here. I don't know, something's up with that Kings game. The scoreboard has been messed up all day, so we don't actually know what's going on there. Montreal going to come away with a power play. So they're coming up with the power play. It's Ekman Larson who's going to go to the box for a hold. So with 9:52 to go, Toronto is down 4-1. Montreal just bringing the pressure. Randy, what's going on? All right, Randy. Well, listen, I'm happy, but we don't promote other people here. So thank you for that. But if you want to promote somebody, you're more than happy to reach out to me and I can do some research. But the only folks we like to promote here are people that we know fit our brand and represent what we represent. So more than happy to help you promote your friend, or if that's you or whoever, but please ask first. Nyes picking this one up over the line, and the Habs bring it in offside. Offside. Hakeem, thank you very much. Listen, I appreciate it. I was very excited. I picked this one up. Atlantic Division champions. Listen, you win an a division title, it's still good to grab the shirt. And I'll be honest, when I got it, it was really cheap, really cheap. So I highly recommend them. I wonder if they still have them. Let's see here. Whoops. Let me see. Let me take a quick look for you. I'm going to help you out right now. We got some whistles going, some exceptions being taken, some pushing and shoving, some crashing. Bull Duke into the net. So with the new season starting, there is a bunch of stuff on sale. By the way, holy smokes. Lots of sizes still available. You know what? I'm going to drop this in. If you are looking, if you want to grab yourself some merch, check out our Fanatics link. I just put it in the chat. If you want to grab some Leaf merch, check out our Fanatics link. We are a Fanatics affiliate. Right now, you can get the black Maple Leaf John Tavares jersey, $100. It's on clearance. $100 for John Tavares jersey. Go and check that out. If you go to the link I sent you and click on sale items, it's #1 there. They have a lot of cool jackets and stuff. They also got, oh man, I may have to buy this. Austin Matthews black jersey. It's not going to have the C, but it's also $100. Looks like only large size. This coming around. If you want a Marner jersey, you can get it for $60. This digging around. Toronto can't get it out. Montreal keeping this one working. Working up the side, back to the point, setting it up. They don't shoot. They go cross ice. They bobbled it. Great opportunity for Montreal to shoot. That didn't come through. Yeah, Dallas, they got, you know, my black Matthew Nyes jersey, that alternate jersey, that is on sale. This coming around down at the side. Robertson waiting in front, blocking, and now they clear this one out. Jesse, you don't see it. Let me drop it again. Do you see it now? I just put it in. You have your Sundin t-shirt. Nice. Yeah, listen. You can get your Marner jersey and just replace it with Tucker. Just get a new name patch and throw a Tucker over top of it. Here's a shot that's going to be gloved and held on to. I don't see the Atlantic Division shirt on sale anymore. It was a great buy. It was a great buy when I got it. You always have to check the sale items. Whoops. All right, sorry, I'm trying to search this up. I'm trying to be nice. Trying to find some good stuff for you. Here we go, off the draw. Picking it up. Owen, what's going on? Go Sens. This down low, Montreal back to pick it up. Tavares in on the forecheck. Leafs going to cut it off. They keep this one down low. Tavares sending it around behind the net to Michelli. Michelli feeding it back up top to the point. Here's a shot. That one sails just wide, hits the side. Tavares back with it. Him and Nylander come together, and Montreal comes away with it. Holy smokes. This coming out, Montreal over the line. Little chip pass right in. They swing it with an open net. They can't get the shot off. Montreal still with it. Cross ice pass. Here's another shot, and it's a glove save as the net is pushed off with a collision in and behind the netminder. But yeah, I think when I bought this division shirt, it was like $15 or something like that. So a nice shirt, and I will say they do make a nice product. They got some great hats too. If you're a hat person, they got some real nice hats. So definitely worth checking out the link. They got real good stuff. And if you do decide to purchase anything, we do get a little bit of a kickback because we are a Fanatics affiliate. So by purchasing from our link, you are in fact helping our channel out. So thank you so much for your consideration. And I hope you can find some nice stuff. Hope you can find some real nice stuff. Here we go. 7 minutes left to go. 7 minutes. This playing it around. Domi dropping it back. McCabe trying to bring this one in. Try to return it to Domi. They don't connect. Toronto just really struggling here. They're not clicking. They're not jiving at all. Back around behind. Long pass up to Domi. Domi stops skating. Goes cross ice to Nyes. Now he stops skating. Somebody skate. Over the line is Domi. Drops it for Robertson. Robertson. He's going to cycle around. Robertson creating space. Shooting. Oh, that goes just wide. Good play by Robertson. Nyes taking a high stick. Back up top. Montreal able to intercept and turn this one around. Back in their own zone as both teams going to make wholesale changes right now. They're setting it up. My home team, Jets and Oilers, probably have the best chance that the Jets goaltending is going to be questionable. I'm very curious about that. This walking around, you should definitely work for the actual Leafs. You are 10 times more passionate. Oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the kind words. I really do. I love my Leafs. I absolutely love my Leafs. Thomas, how's it going? Lucas, welcome in. This coming around. That's why you guys need to spread the word. Share us out. Tell your friends, your colleagues. This is a place to be. Come hang out and have some fun during hockey season. Montreal looking, setting it up. 5.5 to go. Shot from the point. That one is deflected wide into the corner. Habs setting it up again. Cycling to the faceoff circle. Shooting. The referee goes down. The referee took that in the head. The referee went down hard. He's holding his head. The linesman coming over to check on him. They're waving over to the bench. I don't know if he's cut. Oh, yeah, he's busted open on his nose. So what happened is the visor, it looks like it must have hit him on the visor, and the visor came down and cut him across the top of the nose. We see this happen a lot, not so much with the referees, but with the players. With a big collision or something, that visor squishes down into the face, and so many guys get cut just on the bridge of their nose. So while the visors do a great job protecting the eyes, a lot of guys getting cut. So 4-1 Montreal, 5:22 to go. They're going to take a pause for the cause. Little bit of a commercial break. It's preseason for the refs too. They're not moving quick enough yet to get out of the way. So that's a double minor there. That's right. Double minor for whoever shot the puck. But it's crazy. I mean, we've seen some wild ref injuries over the years, and you know, we're very hard on the officials, and especially us here on this channel. Me, just like all of you, being a sports fan, we know how hard we are on the officials. We take it to them. They suck. They don't see anything. They're cheaters. We know how bad they are. So we do have to give it up for the referees, those that are in the minor league systems that are working their way to the National League. Being a referee is a thankless job. You're living out of hotels. You're on the road. You're doing what you do away from your family, and you don't wear the full equipment that the players do, and you still get your bangs and bruises and cuts and injuries. So big shout out to all the referees out there, the thankless job. And we do appreciate you today. Tomorrow, we'll be angry with you, but today, we appreciate you. Oh, my goodness. So, folks, if you're watching over on our horizontal stream, we are 3 subscribers away from 160. If you haven't hit that subscribe yet, hit that sub. And if you haven't followed us yet over on the talk, hit that follow as well. We'd love for you to hang out all season long. But right now, what we're focused on is Blue Jays baseball. Tomorrow is game 162. Whoever wins tomorrow, well, they're going to set the tone. If the Blue Jays win, they're going to the division championships. If the Blue Jays lose and the Yankees win, they are going to the wild card. So tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be a tense, stressful game. And of course, we will follow the Blue Jays into the postseason and what they can do. We're also going to be following the Maple Leafs and keeping you up to date as they go along as well. Road Warriors, I forgot about this. 39 months, Road Warriors. Thank you so very much for everything. Fly, what's going on? Just tuning in. What really? I think you meant to ask what really happening. Well, it's been all Montreal. Montreal's had a heck of a game today. A heck of a game today. The Jays gets the tiebreaker. That is correct. Got a good feeling about the Jays tomorrow. This cleared all the way down the ice. No icing call. Ref's going to blow that one off. Sam, I bought a Toronto Blue Jay t-shirt from the thrift store. They were $7, but I got it for half price. Nice, Anthony. Very sweet. This back up over the line. Don dropping some stats, and Don is my color man today. Don has got all the stats. Thank you, Don. Here's a long shot. It's deflected just wide. Under 5 minutes to go here. 28 shots, Montreal. 17 for Toronto. Here's Roy. Roy coming around. Yes, I understand it's Toronto. Toronto. Here's a long shot being picked up. And Montreal going to clear this one again. Going to bring this one all the way down. Good time. And this game has been moving right along. Good pace. Going to drop this one back behind the net. Benning, who's had an okay game. Maybe that's the Leaf that's impressed me tonight. Benning has played pretty good. Michelli going to send this one down around. Now he's chasing in here after it. Carrier gets there first, cycling it around. Tavares coming in to help out as well. Montreal a long flip pass, setting this one down the ice. Habs still coming, but just in on the offside. Blue Jay Bats woke up today. Yeah, nice to see them going. Nice to see them working. Except Vladdy. Fair point, except for Vladdy. VPL, how's it going? The Maple Leafs already in the preseason. Yes, indeed, preseason. This coming in, working back around. Tonight, Lane Hudson is the guy. Lane Hudson is the guy. He's handled the puck for over 2 minutes today. It's hard to believe he's leading everybody in individual puck possession, and it's just over 2 minutes. It's confirmed. Thank you, Joshua. Oh, they score! There we go. It's a highlight reel goal, but we'll have to relook at it. William Nylander, he's going to get the goal. How did this even go in? The goaltender clears it around. Knies cuts it down. It's shot. It comes across. Nylander in front of the net. This was kind of bang, bang. It hits the goaltender. This isn't a highlight reel goal, and I don't even know if Nylander actually got it. It might have gone in off the Montreal player. But it's going to be credited to Nylander today on the doorstep. It hits the goaltender, comes right in front. Tavares and Nylander were there. They get one back. Not enough time. 4 minutes, 3:52. They're down by 2. Yeah, Lucas, it's pretty awesome. It is pretty cool. But yeah, as I was saying, thanking Joshua, confirmed Gosman is the starter for tomorrow. Gosman on the mound, and we're getting a little replay here. A little replay. What are we looking? Are we looking at the time on the clock? So they're having some scoreboard issues here in Toronto. They're going to get that figured out. McDavid is coming home by trade deadline this year. That'll be something. So there's 2 more tomorrow, Danny. The Blue Jay game tomorrow is the last one of the regular season. So last game of the regular season tomorrow. For hockey, there's 2 more preseason games. This is game 4. They then play 2 against Detroit. Hey, Andrew, go Habs, go. Habs are bringing it. Here they come again. Another shot off the shoulder, batting it out of the air. That was knocked out of the air. Holy smokes. A double dinger was knocked. Here's a long pass behind Nylander. He has to stretch for it. Drops down. Back up. Nylander coming. He's driving. Tried to spring him with a breakaway pass. He's hauled down. Empty net for Toronto. Empty net with 3:10 to go. Back to McCabe at the point. He's going to send this one across. Hits the loose stick. Toronto setting it up. Nylander down. Trying to center this one across. They can't. Knives in there digging. Nylander tries to center it again. He can't. And Montreal's going to tip it out. With nobody back, this is going to race. And it's not icing, but Montreal has possession, and Toronto going to intercept that pass. Great job by McCabe. Knives going to work it up. Here they come over the line. Tavares and Riley, the assist. Here's Tavares. Tried to center it. It's knocked down. Domi, look out for the broken stick. Domi cycling. Down low, back to Domi. Domi centering in front for Tavares. Jam play. They can't get it. Domi getting hit. Joshua on the corner. He's working it. Domi is in there. Tavares waiting. This coming in front. Here's McCabe. Somebody shoot the puck. Little saucer pass to McCabe. To Domi. Domi looking. They got a big body in front of the net. Joshua screening the goaltender. Back up to McCabe. McCabe putting it across. Here's a shot right on. And a nice save with 1:59 to go. And Joshua, Jack Eye has his hand around Joshua's throat. Don't like to see that. Joshua giving it to him pretty good. Good working. Good working. Game 1, Bieber. Game 2, Gosman. I think, you know what, Hakeem, it depends when they start. If they lose and they end up going to the wild card, Gosman isn't going to play game 2, especially if he's playing tomorrow. If they go to the division, yes. But that's a great question. Maybe they bring Eric Lauer back out, Bassett, or is it you Savage? So 4-2, empty net, 2 minutes left to go. Yarncroc is 2 for 2 in face-off attempts. Not this time. He loses it. Toronto steals off the draw, though. Shot right on. Big-time save. And again, Montreal going to clear this out. All the way, Riley racing for icing. Gets there just ahead. Riley showing some good speed. Bolduc was racing. And the puck just went, holy Domi, what a shot off the draw. Came loose, and Domi goes short side, and Kokkonen kicking out that left leg. So Riley, good hustle. Get Hoffman and Little off the team in the playoffs. Danny, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is the game. Well, 3:07 technically tomorrow. Off the draw, Leafs have it again. 1:46 to go, empty net. Riley with it. Going to put this one across. Here's a shot for a deflection in front. It's there. It's loose. Digging at it. Domi can't get it. This cleared into the side over at the half boards. Back over. Michelli keeping this down. Domi lets it go. Trying to center it. Nylander fans on it. Puck is going to come out. Nyes has to come back. Over to Riley. 1:20 to go. Leafs regrouping. 1:20 to go. Dom, thank you so much. I appreciate that kind word. Bolduc going to send this one all the way down. It's another icing call. 1:09 to go. 1:09. I catch something. I'm curious. That's funny. Don't take the subway. Don, you're killing me tonight. Great comments. Great chat tonight. Preseason. We're just getting warmed up. We still have some changes to make. But thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. Make sure you're subbed up, following along. You're not going to want to miss a thing. 1:09 to go. Empty net. Shots are 29. Montreal 20 for the Leafs. Habs going to win it off the draw. They can't clear. Leafs going to gain possession. They're actually digging for it. Nyes is in there. Roberts in there as well. This is going to come back to the point. Last minute of play in this period. Leafs to the point. McCabe gives it away. Empty net for Montreal. They shoot and it's knocked down. Robertson with a great defensive play there. He has a broken stick. He's going to toss it to the corner. Take a new twig. Here comes Nyes. Nyes bringing it in. Going to chip this one down. Robertson trying to fight in there and get it. Puck in the corner. Robertson battling Jack Guy. We know who's going to win that battle every single time. Back up top for McCabe. Cycling it down. Waugh taking a push by Jack Guy. Back to the point. Up top. Tavares. Down low to Robertson in the corner. Sharp angle shot. Trying to get a ricochet. Doesn't happen. 16.7 seconds to go. 16.7. Let's go. Unreal. Nice game here by the Montreal Canadiens. They have been absolutely solid. Teapot, how's it going? Welcome in. Always McKinsey, always a goofball. Tavares loses a draw, a little bit of a scramble, comes out in front. Can't get a stick on it. Montreal pulls this one away. Domi battling in the corner, comes at it. Montreal coming at Domi hard. Domi charging to the front of the net. Comes back to the point. Here's the last shot. Rebound. Domi in front, digging. He gets shoved away. Centering pass to Tavares, but the horn is going to go. This one is done. Montreal picks up the W. Montreal takes the win 4-2. Your goal scorers, Alex Newhook, Riley Kidney, John Tavares, Lane Hudson, Sean Farrell, and William Nylander. Total shots, 29 for Montreal, 22 for Toronto. Montreal wins 51.6% of the faceoffs. They go 2 for 3 on the power play. Toronto goes 1 for 3. 28 hits for Toronto, 30 hits for Montreal. Block shots, 8 Toronto, 6 Montreal. 7 giveaways for Montreal, 6 for Toronto. All in all, it was a back and forth game, but Montreal just taking it to Toronto. This was a fun one. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out. What a long day of sports this has been. Blue Jays, Maple Leafs, Blue Jays again tomorrow. It's a whole lot of fun. Time to go eat dinner. 3 stars. Do they? We'll have to wait and see when this is updated. We'll see if they bring up 3 stars in the next minute or so, and then we'll kind of jump ship. Sometimes it's delayed. Sometimes it's right away. But ultimately, my 3 stars for today. Ooh, let me think about it. I mean, Lane Hudson's got to be a star. I think Alex Newhook has to be a star. And I would give a star to the Montreal netminder because I thought he was pretty good. Kokkinen was pretty good today. 20 stops, 22 shots was pretty darn good. So let's see. They still do the 3 stars. But usually it takes it a long time for it to pop up and update here. So we're going to get out of here. I'm going to go eat some dinner because I'm hungry. Have an amazing day. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you, mods. Thank you, channel members. We appreciate you so very much. Thanks to those who dropped in a super chat. Richard, thank you so much. Sheldon, thank you very much. And of course, Pickleball Pat, thank you for joining the membership team. Much appreciated. For everybody over on the talk, Snoopy and Maglito, thank you so much for dropping those gifts. It's been a real fun day. That's right, Superman. Montreal took it. We'll see them again real soon. From all of us here at the Samwell B12 Experience, it's time for me to go. Have a great night. We'll see you soon. I am Sam, and I am out of here.